Cranberry juice.
Oh, $3.
I'll go for that.
There you go. That's $11.50.
No, perhaps you misunderstood me. I wish to cancel my original order of the martini and 2 olives and go for just the plain cranberry juice by itself for the $3. And I apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused you.
Perhaps you don't understand. If you don't pay me now, I'm gonna take this swizzle stick and I'll be shoving that right up your pee hole.
Annual Blockbuster Entertainment Awards. Now, we're here tonight to honor your favorite stars in movies and music because these awards are voted on by you, the people who don't see the movie in the movie theater. That's right, you the people who wait until it comes out on video.
You cheap bastards. This year you cast more than 25 million votes in over 50 categories on the internet and in more than 4,000 Blockbuster stores worldwide. The only people not allowed to vote were those who actually went inside a movie theater. Joke's getting a little old at this point.
We did all right. We're doing okay, though. After following Ricky Martin, that's tough, you know. Okay. Let's get to the first award. Now, teen movies are huge these days, Norm. Teens rule.
Oh, my God, yes. A lot of work for teens today, which is great for Rob and I since we're both in our 30s.
Mid-30s. Okay, we're here to present the award for favorite actor in a comedy.
Yes, and just before we begin, let me remind you that there are no losers here tonight, except for the people who were nominated in the category and then don't win.
Other than that, everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner. So the nominees are...
During the day, I hit the streets with a sandwich board and try to get people out. And I was in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah. Denver, sure.
And the guy says, "You're doing a show here." I said, "Yeah, where? The big auditorium." He goes, "How do you get to play the big auditorium?" I said, "I'll tell you, it's not just me. It's David Spade will be there, and Nick Schwartzen too." Well, by God, the fella said, from the Sandler movies, they're fantastic. I'd pay anything. It's just I don't have much money. I'm down on my luck. I says, "I can get you tickets. I can get you tickets, sir." He goes, "It'd be a dream of a lifetime." I said, "Well, if you think that's a dream, wait till you hear this. Adam Sandler will be there himself." My God, the guy said, "I'll bring me and my wife too. Is that all right?" I said, "Sure. I'll get you 2 tickets." He says, "What time's the show?" I said, "It's at 8 o'clock. I said, "Also, Rob Schneider's there." He said, 8 o'clock's not good. That's when the news is on."
Now, Ben, Howard, you guys have been in a monogamous homosexual relationship for 3 years. You seem to have a lot in common. You have a lot of mutual friends. You seem to have a lot of the same interests. So why don't you tell me what's going on?
Well, Howard's a great guy, and I love him, and I think you're right. We do have a lot of mutual friends, and we have a lot of the same interests.
So what seems to be the problem?
Well, the problem is that every time I go to sleep, he fucks me in the ass.
And how does that make you feel?
Makes me feel bad. Every time I go to sleep, he fucks me in the ass.
Howard, are you hearing what Ben is saying?
Yes, I am.
And how do you feel about what Ben is saying?
I feel bad.
Ben, do you hear what Howard is saying?
Yeah.
How do you feel about what Howard just said?
He said he feels bad, but He's not the one getting fucked in the ass every night.
Okay, we're not here to blame the other person. We're here to talk about our feelings.
Well, my feeling is every night he fucks me in the ass.
And you don't like that.
No.
And how about you, Howard? Would you like it if you were sleeping and Ben fucked you in the ass?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, good. You see, we fall in love with a romanticized version of our partner. And then one day, we wake up with a real person.
I wake up with his dick in my ass.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry too.
Okay, when we have disagreements, we each have to assess how much of it is our own fault.
Okay, well, I guess my fault is that I can't stay awake all night to watch him and make sure he doesn't fuck my ass.
I'm sorry.
You say that now because I'm awake.
That's not true.
Come on, as soon as I fall asleep, you'll be fucking me in the ass again.
That's not fair.
You said it.
All right, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you these pads, and I want you to each write down what it is you guys want out of this relationship, individually and as a couple.
I want him not to fuck me in the ass.
Silently. Please write silently.
And in a related story, this week marked the 5,000th performance of the Broadway musical Cats. It also marked the 5,000th time a guy turned to his wife and said, "What the hell is this?" Just your manager, Jimmy.
Oh, is he back there?
He asked me to go to cabaret with him tomorrow night.
Is that true? Was that, do you think it was a date?
I
Or
don't know. I never heard a dude ask another dude that.
so what'd you say?
I said no. I only went to one musical. I went to Cats. You remember that one?
With the cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, they dress up.
They actually are dressed. It's cats. It's actual cats.
Yeah.
I know. I was stunned. And I say, there's a dude working there. I say, good God, man, that's about actual cats, right? So the guy goes, well, what the hell you expect? It says cats. And I go, I don't know. I thought it was like a symbolism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure, right.
I mean, if you went to like Dog Day Afternoon and there's a bunch of dogs in the afternoon, you'd want your money back.
Literal, exactly, yeah.
Don't have to sweat it, you're a Cobra boy. All right, so, let's see.
What the hell was that?
Right. What was what?
You just sang.
Oh, yeah, I did, didn't I? 'Cause we're the Cobras, so you better look out. What?
How do you come up with a song so fast?
No, just came to me. What about?
Just came to you. Well, it was perfect. It was like you rehearsed it or something. Here's the plan. Get over here, guys. The Panthers hang around 34th and Main. They're pretty juiced by midnight. And that's when we strike.
Right.
That's when we... Whoa. What the hell is this? What are you doing?
We're being cobras.
Ah, look, that's it. What is up with you guys?
What? He started singing, then he started singing, then he started singing, then he started singing. So I started singing. It happens.
No, it does not happen. This was clearly choreographed.
The Panthers! The Panthers are coming to get you! Yeah, I saw them down the street!
Okay, now listen up. Here's the plan. We're gonna ambush the Panthers. Honey! Oh, no, that's not good. Okay, Big Jake! Oh, Oh, God, this isn't working out.
Cobras! Panthers! Cobras! Panthers! Cobras! Panthers! Cobras!
Paradise with your body, I don't wanna share. We're making dynamite, explosive love intentions building in the air.
I saw a wonderful play. A guy went on a trapeze over the audience. This was at the height of the AIDS epidemic, and he cut himself. And his blood, his AIDS, his AIDS-filled blood went all over the audience. Then we cheered because we were afraid to be politically incorrect. So instead, we contract AIDS.
But wait, you were at the show?
Yeah.
You were being sprayed with AIDS blood?
And then when I see your stand-up periodically, I go out, well, God rest his soul, Norm. But remember you and I and Norm recently.
Oh,
that was the last time I saw Norm.
That for sure. Yeah, I mean, maybe me too, because he wouldn't during Corona, he didn't say what was going on. So he just say, I can meet in a week. And I go, all right, we'll go to this restaurant. Outside? I go, no, I mean, you can come to my house.
There.
But we did this fucking gig, me and Dennis in Oklahoma.
You guys played that big giant casino in Oklahoma?
Yeah, right up an hour south of TriStar.
Yeah.
I think it's
Did we
TriStar.
take a plane or something?
Yeah,
all of us together?
We just laughed. So
can you imagine us three idiots?
Oh, yeah, you guys took, Norm, I remember you guys talking about this.
So listen, I had a headache, Dennis, so my neck was all fucked up as per usual. So we're driving over there, and Norm goes, do you want anything? And he's clutching like a falcon. He's got like some prescription bottle. I go, oh, I think I'm all right. And he goes, do you want fentanyl? I go, fentanyl? And
That's very Norm.
I go, isn't that the one everyone ODs on? He goes, yeah, but you just dose. You don't overdose. I go, oh, okay. I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Was he kidding, or
I don't
was
know.
it real?
That's
that you can't tell with
Norm was like Andy Kaufman if he could have written jokes. You know, it wasn't all, unless I loved Andy, but it was theater pieces. Norm was like that, but he had such
weirdo
an
with
agile.
jokes.
You know, the first time I heard about Norm was I was doing HBO. No, I had a talk show that was syndicated.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody said that there was a new kid from Canada, and they had glimpsed him at the Improv. And I said, well, he said, his name's Norm MacDonald. I think it was Eddie Feldman told me this. And I said, well, tell me, what's he like? And he said, I just remember one joke. Remember you used to do that great joke about, I feel sorry for the homeless guy, but I really feel sorry for the homeless guy's dog, because, you know, the dog's thinking, this is the longest fucking walk. I mean, do we go in anywhere? Because I could do this on my own. I laughed so hard at that joke.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a better person now. You ever try to do that? I give a guy some money out there, a homeless guy in the street, and this is a kind of odd thing. He had a dog with him. You ever see this? He's a homeless guy, but he's got a dog. That kind of odd there. Guy got no home, you know, but he's got a dog. Yeah. And the dog's really thrilled with this idea, you know. Dog's going, hey, pal, I can do this by myself very well here, you know. The longest walk in the world you got me on here. What the hell? What the hell kind of a thing? What the deuce?
That's one of his best ones.
I say, well, see if he wants a gig if he's new in town. So they call Norm, and you know how they always say, put together a packet. And this made me laugh. This is the midwife joke that makes me laugh. And he says, Norm says he won't do packets. And that word sounds so,
it's so
it
funny.
sounds grim, like you're a taskmaster when you say, I want a packet of jokes. He said, but I'll send one joke and you can make a determination. So he said, remember the joke he did about Dahmer, where he essentially reads the UPI wire copy of the Jeffrey Dahmer trial, and it's so grim. I mean, it could not be grimmer. It's like Hieronymus Bosch sort of, and he disemboweled the young boy and ate the entrails, you know, all that stuff. And it gets to the end of the joke, and Norm says, in his defense, Dahmer said he started it. It's such a Norm.
Hire him on the spot.
Hired him on the spot.
Yeah.
Serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer was attacked and killed by another inmate this week. Just before the fight, Dahmer threatened, "Hey, don't mess with me, pal. I used to eat guys like you for breakfast."
Oh, hi. I just wanted to say that my father loved dogs, and he loved the second annual HCA Awards. and that ever since he was a kid in the Ottawa Valley, he always wanted to win a second annual HCA Awards, and also to have a dog.
Thank you.
I would like to say to Eugene Levy that there's no reason to be ashamed of your son. My son only this morning punched me in the chest really hard. Are those your jokes that you wrote today?
Yep.
Okay.
Been cracking them out.
Okay. I am going to prove something right now. Read the jokes to me.
I'm on a seafood diet. I see food, and if it's a fish, I eat it.
Meta.
Yeah. So.
I hate meta.
Wait, well, we'll get a shot of the fire in a minute. Your two sons are here tonight. This is a very, this is great. I wasn't sure if they wanted to be on the show or not. Those are your two sons are here tonight. This is a real fun. I'm glad you guys finally made it up here too. This is great. Yeah, you guys got to come up here more often.
Should.
Absolutely.
Party.
Yeah, this is good. Now, Norm, yeah, are you going to bring your twins up more often?
Oh, here now? Yeah, they can come out if they want.
Yeah.
You
Come
mean
on the show?
do a sketch or something?
Well, no, I was just saying in the future.
Sure.
But if they
No,
want
they
to
can
come
do
on
it
right
now.
now.
Yeah, sure.
Do they want to come
See
on?
if we get up and give them the links.
You guys don't have to leave, though. You guys can leave.
We'll be here. We'll be in the audience.
Okay. They're going to do a sketch?
Off the camera, and I don't know what this is.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the internet right now. We're
I should hold the box.
trading seats here. Norm's twins are Dylan and...
Dylan.
Dylan, yes?
Yeah. Creative with the naming.
How you doing, Dylan?
Good. How are you?
How are you?
Wait, is that going to work?
I don't know. I don't know what this is.
Take a handheld.
Okay, there you
There we go. There we go. You're Dylan and
Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah.
You're both named Dylan.
Yeah.
Both named Dylan. Okay, good.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, this is great.
Yeah.
Both named Dylan, really?
Yeah.
Very good. Oh, that's good. And you've never been up to the show before?
No.
Yeah.
First time. We got to see Conan and this tonight.
This is a lot of fun.
Double header. Yeah.
And you guys have been to my hometown of Ottawa. You have?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. It's because we're from Ottawa. You know, your father and I grew up maybe only 10 blocks away from each other in Gloucester.
Gloucester?
He grew up on Jasper, and I grew up on Monson.
Those were your streets?
If you look on your Google Earth, Jasper and Monson and Beacon Hill are not too far away from each other.
Did you have a lot of play dates?
No, because we didn't know each other when we were kids. We didn't know each other when we were kids. But then when I was about 15 years old, I started going down to the Yuck Yucks, and Dad was on coming through the Yuck Yucks all the time on stage, and I was a huge fan. And now we're here hanging out. This is a nice little connection here, right? This is, you know?
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Your sons are here. We all grew up in the same neighborhood. I mean, this is,
Where should I go?
you guys come sit. You sit right here in the middle, Dylan. You sit right in the middle, and Norm, you sit down right here. Yeah, just like this.
Well, why do I have this big giant mic? Okay.
Yeah. And look, we have a caller here.
That's all
Over
right.
here.
I don't want
We have a
We
caller.
have Cody on the air as well.
Oh, Cody looks interesting.
Oh,
There's
okay,
a chair for you if you want there too.
Oh, you sit on that. Really?
That's pretty good.
Where'd Steve go? He doesn't want to. He gave up?
I don't have any kids here.
Cody, do you have a question for Norm and his sons?
These broken pieces I hold in my hands don't have a chance to mend at all. Before they get thrown into chaos again, I try to pretend I'm whole enough to stand in this world so
What are the best things in your life right now?
The best thing is my son.
And my son being happy.
Ah.
Yeah.
How old is your son?
He's, 10, 15?
You liar! He's 6. He's a 6-year-old. You had sex in the last 10 years.
No, my son's 16 years old. He's 6. No, he's 16 years old.
He's 16.
Yeah.
So is he a confidant? Do you call him and, do you ever share personal, trials and tribulations and triumphs?
I would never do that to a child.
He's 16.
Well, I mean,
As you have said, he can't be a child forever. When are you going to put the hard realities of life on him?
Well, that's an interesting question. That is an interesting question because I actually have love for my son.
Yes.
Like deep,
of course.
Deep love.
He's your son.
And so I don't want to damage him with
the way you were damaged. With the harsh realities.
I was damaged. No, I had a great.
No,
but I don't want to damage him with any viewpoints I may have because he's not ready yet for reality. I think children aren't ready for reality for a while. But I do tell them that education is pointless and things like that.
What does his mother say?
She thinks that he should go to college and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should. And you're Not everyone can grow up and be a comedian.
Yeah, I'm saying it's just arbitrary nonsense. I tell him even the classes he takes now, it's just ridiculous. That algebra has no meaning and none of this stuff.
Unless he becomes an engineer.
Well, unless he becomes.
Do you have no hope for this child?
Unless he becomes a math professor. But I mean, you think it's a coincidence that they have 6 subjects out of 10 billion that they teach in school?
And then you
just
pick one of the 10 billion to focus on.
No, you have to. They don't teach you 10 billion.
You need basic language. It's lovely when the school has art or music, which none of them do anymore. A little PE to keep us from getting fat. Come on.
Yeah. No, they have
a little science, some of the basic science stuff. Sure they do. Of course they do.
No, I tell him if he wants to go to college, he should have a goal, to be.
He can't. He's 16. No kid at 16 has a goal. Their goal is to be a rock star. Or
have sex.
Well,
right.
I mean, that's actually the goal.
Does he want to have sex? Or did you tell him, don't bother with that? There's nothing for you in that. It's just repetitive. It's over and over. Same thing.
Discuss something like that with him. I hold him in too high esteem to discuss it.
We're super short on time. I've already missed my traffic thing. I'm fascinated. I don't know whether to slap you or hug you. Like, seriously, I feel like someone needs to shake you and knock some sense into you. We are going to take a short break.
Or maybe you.
What?
Maybe you.
Knock sense into me? No, I'm doing fine. I'm good over here.
Oh, me too.
No, you're not. I'm telling you. I know from broken people, Norm MacDonald.
I'm trying to be a better person now. You ever try to do that? I give a guy some money out there, a homeless guy in the street, and this is a kind of odd thing. He had a dog with him. You ever see this? He's a homeless guy, but he's got a dog. Isn't that kind of odd there? Guy got no home, but he's got a dog. And the dog's really thrilled with this idea, Dog's going, hey, pal, I can do this by myself pretty well here, Like the longest walk in the world you got me on here. What the hell? What the hell, Canada? Dang, what the deuce?
And there was if you want to hear a story,
I love me a Norm story.
One time we were in the office doing update stuff, and there'd been a news item about there was going to be a newspaper for the homeless, and so we were thinking about doing some of that. So we started improvising. It was more of a scene, not something we could do on the segment, but it was like a tough kind of Perry White kind of editor going like, "You, Miller, I want 500 words on going to the bathroom in your pants. You, Immel, give me something. Give me a human interest thing on urine stain night. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah. And like a lot of like photos, maybe some, a little human side. What are pets, that kind of thing. And so nothing came of it, and I sort of forgot we had the conversation. And then the first meeting we have after the summer, Norm comes in and goes, "Hey, Downey, remember that that thing we were talking about there with the remember that thing with the newspaper for the homeless, that thing, the homeless newspaper?" And I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, well, I was out in L.A. and I was asked to do this benefit, for the coalition to feed the homeless, and I'm going, no. And he goes, yeah, I did that bit, They hated it. Hated it.
All right, you tell me now. That's the Andy Kaufman part of the joke, or is he actually surprised that they hated it? That's what I can't quite figure with look.
I know.
Oh yes.
And have you ever considered publishing a book that tells all that how-to book?
No, but I have considered some way to pass along what I have accumulated. Where's the fun part for me?
No, there's no fun for you.
There's no fun for me.
No, that's true. But what's the fun for you in giving a homeless guy spraying a handful of quarters and watching him dodge in and out of traffic? No, but I'm saying there's...
that question answers itself.
I'm saying there's fun, and maybe not fun, but you obviously want to give back. You never walked past a homeless person and they're begging you as a fellow human being for something, and you ignore them and you maybe feel some evil bile come up?
No, sometimes I think if I give this person money, I'm kind of agreeing that you can't get out of this situation.
Well, but what if they can't?
I don't know if they can or they can't.
What are the things you'd like to change?
Change in the world?
Yourself.
Oh, in myself? I'd like to give more money to homeless people. I walk past too many of them.
I give money to them.
I try as much as I can, but every time I walk past them, I go, why didn't I give money to that guy?
Well, what else is going on? You went back? Did you get in the holiday spirit? Are you a kind of guy that gets,
I try to do something nice, You ever try to do something nice?
No.
Oh.
It's not my style, Norm.
But it was Christmas in New York, and I was alone. So anyways, there was a diner that I always go to near my house. It's a really nice diner. And so I went there, and there was this homeless bum there,
Just say a homeless guy. It's not politically correct to say bum. But I can't say homeless bum.
No, I thought they didn't like to be called bums.
Yeah, right. A homeless guy, yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway,
I'm not going to let you get to this story. I'm just going to keep giving you a hard time about bums. You meet a bum, a hobo, a tramp.
A tramp, yeah. He had a little stick with a thing on it.
He was from the 1930s. Yeah, okay.
And so he says to me, can I get some money off you? I don't like giving the homeless bums money. I'll tell you why. Because I figure they'll do the crack. Right?
They'll do the crack.
Yeah,
okay.
my mom says never give a homeless bums money because they'll go do the crack. So I said, okay. I don't want to give this guy money. He'll go do the crack. I said, why don't I just bring you in the diner, and I'll get you a meal. I'll buy you a meal. It's Christmas, it'll be nice. So the guy goes, okay. So we go in the diner and we order, the meal. And this guy just keeps ordering food, like he's really hungry.
Yeah.
And so he orders and orders and orders, and I'm like, well, you got to be nice. Got to the, thing.
Sure.
And so I order like a soup or something, and then all of a sudden, like this unbearable stench comes off the guy. Huge stench.
Really?
It smelled like
That's okay.
Anyway, so I don't know what the smell was. But
Yeah.
It was like it was like human waste or something, And it seemed to be coming from the guy's, trousers.
Norm, I said that's okay.
Okay.
I was like, the stench is enough. We all can do the rest in our heads.
Yeah, so this stench fills the diner, right? So I have to go to this diner, right? So everybody's looking at me like, what the hell did you bring a homeless bum in the diner for? With a stench, So I'm like, I'm trying to eat my soup. I can't even eat it. And I'm wishing I'd bought this guy crack. I wish I'd got, you know what I mean?
I wish I had gone found some crack and bought it for the guy. So, anyways, and everybody hates me. The guy that, you know, I go there every day. And so then the end of the meal comes. This guy's ordered everything, and I'm looking at my wallet. I only have like 28 bucks. It was like 31 bucks. All I had was a soup. And so now basically we're two homeless bums, you know. Neither of us. So I go, look, buddy. And he's been jabbering about Rockefeller. He was at Rockefeller's funeral. I didn't know what he was talking about. And I go, look, buddy, you got to come up with something here, you know? Kick in something.
You want him to? Yeah, that's only fair.
He ate almost everything. I had a soup. He was having a hamburger. So the guy goes in his pocket, and then I didn't want him to. Who God knows what he has in his pocket, right? But he had some coins, and they were all gross, and they were like, some of them were black. Anyway, that's my Christmas story.
Man, wow! What a young You're a regular Garrison Keeler over here. And some of the coins were black. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. And you close the book and kiss your child good night. That's a nice story.
I took a homeless guy, said, I'm going to take you to this diner that I always go to. So I go there with him, you know, into this diner, sit down to get me a meal. Good God, if the guy, the unbearable stench of urine starts coming off this guy. So nobody wants that in a restaurant. You know?
You don't want that.
So I'm like, all right. Everybody's like trying to eat, you know. So the guy orders his food, and I'm trying to talk to him. He starts telling me about how, this is his idea of a conversation, this guy. Starts telling me about how Governor Rockefeller is poisoning the pigeons right in the city. So I tell this guy, I go, what are you, retarded? I said, Governor Rockefeller, I said, the governor of this state is Pataki, Governor Pataki. He says, no, you know, he talked weird. He was like, the pigeons. He says, the pigeons are the cleanest animal you ever seen. I go, I'm not arguing with you, buddy, but I'm telling you, the governor's name is Pataki. It's unbelievable. He's crazy. Turned out he wasn't retarded. He was, you know, woo.
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had. I wish that you would come around.
Now, Norm, you've had Saturday Night Live has a really long. I used to work there. It's a long summer break, you guys.
Yeah, it's like school. You get a whole summer off.
It's pretty sweet. Have you been performing at all this summer?
Yeah, I did. I've been doing stand-up, you know, at clubs and stuff.
Sure.
And, oh, man, I didn't realize how much, I forgot how much I stunk at it. Like, I'm not good, and everyone hates me. I went to this gig right in town. You ever hear of the Bowery?
Yeah, yeah.
You know that place, right?
Sure, yeah. I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's Skid Row.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's all these homeless bums on the street and everything like that. Yeah. And you have to go through it. So I went to this club, and I bombed. They hated my guts, so I was all mad. You know, I get mad when I don't do good. And then, so I went out of the thing, you know, I walked out.
You walk like that, really? You've got that problem, I remember.
So I walk out of the club. So I get out, and this homeless guy, you know, this bum, he starts walking beside me, bugging me, you know, hey.
You're supposed to call them bums anymore, no?
Yeah,
but anyway.
Hobo, you know?
A tramp.
Yeah.
Okay, riding the rails.
Yeah,
right.
just a layabout, and he's like coming up to me, and he's like bugging me. I want money. They always want money, you know?
Yeah.
They never have money, you know? So,
that's the problem with them hobos, yeah.
So they're like, hey, give me some money. And, you know, sometimes they'll walk with you. So I said, look, man, I said, I'm going to give you some money if you just go away. I'm mad at him, you know? I was mad. I go, here, and I pull in my pocket, and I just give him a bunch of money, like change, you know?
Yeah.
Give it to him. I go, go on, get out of here, you dirty bum, you know? So he goes away. So then I go to get the subway, you know? And I look at my pocket. I've given the guy, I don't have my token, my subway token.
Oh, you gave it away accidentally.
And I don't have a wallet or anything, so I was thinking I was going to try to jump the thing, but I thought then, you know, you get in trouble for that. So I said, I got to find that bum, that homeless bum, you know? So I have to go back, and I'm walking back the street, and there's all homeless bums. They're all lying there in the street.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one is which. I can't remember. So I'm like lifting up guys' hats and stuff, you know, and looking under newspapers. So finally I find this character. I go, hey, you. I go, give me some of that money back, you know? And he's like, no, go away. He's turned mean, you know, because I was mean to him earlier. He goes, get out.
This is like a biblical tale. Yeah, okay. The New Testament. All right, go ahead.
I felt sorry for him. He had no place. And so I go, okay, forget about it. And I go to turn around. Then I grab his cup like real quick and I start running.
I like how your running is like walking, just turned up like 10 degrees. Okay.
So it was great. And then I felt bad though because when I looked through, I had like about $1 more than I gave him. You know? Oh, that's not right.
That's not right at all.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they say if you give, you'll receive more in return.
That's the sweetest story I've ever heard. I'm all choked up now. Now I heard also you've been you did a little cross.
Probably just down on his luck.
Yeah, that's what happens. Why'd you feel you had to throw that in?
I don't know. You know. I read books on the Great Depression, and they seem cool. But I would like to, it would be fun to go, I don't even like my wife anyway, and I don't got no money. I'll just get a stick and a pouch and head out.
No one does that anymore. No one ties a rag to a stick anymore. And what are you going to do?
You're going to find a partner is what you're going to do pretty quick if you value your life.
Really?
Yeah. You see, people, it's all going to be different once the Great Depression, because my dad used to tell me about the Great Depression. Like, if I had money to invest in right now, you know what I would invest in? Guys jumping off the top of buildings. You think that's not going to happen, but soon that's going to be very big. And then those guys won't be powerful anymore because most of them will be dead and the rest severely crippled. And so the powerful guys will be the old hobos.
The hobos from olden times?
From the original Depression.
Oh, okay. Those guys are still around?
Some of them never gave up the life.
Okay.
And they use that stick for more than carrying a pouch on, I'll tell you that.
I don't even know what that means.
What that means is they'll drive your head, they'll, like an overripe cantaloupe it looks like.
What?
Until...
What the hell is that?
They'll club you to death for a sandwich.
Oh, my God. Well, thanks for spelling it out for me.
All right.
So you're afraid of these hobos?
Well, of course I am.
You really think these old hobos from the Depression, you think there's any one of them left?
Yeah, there's Kitchener Leslie.
What?
He's an old hobo that's waiting and wait for his time. You'll know all about it. You just wait. Hey.
You will literally say anything.
I love Norm. Norm is from my home country, Canada, and from my home club, Yuck Yucks. And I've worked with him many times. Norm had one of the funniest stories he ever told on The Tonight Show about his father. Do you know about his father and Bill Cosby?
No.
No, not his. He told this on The Tonight Show. He told a story. It's one of my favorite stories because it's real. Again, Bill Cosby was on SNL as a guest host when Norm was there. And he tells a story about his dad got him into comedy. Norm MacDonald's dad would sit him down. Every time there was a comedian on The Tonight Show or wherever, he would sit him down and make him watch. And they would watch Cosby together. Cosby stand up and they would laugh. That was his father and him bonding moment and maybe the reason he got into comedy. So when Cosby was on the show, he went up and he said, Mr. Cosby, you know, I just want to tell you that I think you're the reason I'm in comedy. You are my dad's favorite comedian, and he used to make me sit down in front of the TV and watch you, and that's what inspired me to go into comedy, but you're his favorite. And Cosby says to him, where are you from? And he goes, I'm from Ottawa, Canada. And Cosby says, I'm playing Ottawa. I'm on tour. I'm going to be playing Ottawa in 2 weeks. Give me your dad's number. I'll call him, and I'll bring him to the show. And Norm goes, that's amazing. He goes, what's his number? And he wrote down his number, and then he walked away and he started sweating. And one of his friends said to him, what's wrong, Norm? He goes, well, I told him that story. And then once he said, I'm going to call him, I was too uncomfortable to tell him my father died 5 years ago. So I just wrote down a bullshit number and that's it. And they go, how could you do that, Norm? 2 weeks goes by. Norm is sitting in his office. They get a call. They said, Norm, Bill Cosby is on line 2. This is 2 weeks later, and he picks up the phone and he goes, yeah, he goes, listen, I'm in Ottawa and your dad's not answering. They said that this number is disconnected that you gave me. What is his number? And I can't remember for the life of me the end of the story, but Norm was stuck on the phone and he didn't want to say, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that he's dead. Like at what point do you kind of break this to Bill Cosby? It was one of the funniest, real, uncomfortable, and that kind of comedy is the kind of comedy that when people are uncomfortable. And when Norm MacDonald told that real life story, it's really funny, but oh my God, his father's dead. He's in a, it's
How do you get out of that? Yeah.
Yeah, there was no way.
Was there an ending?
I can't remember the ending, and I wasn't prepared for this story, and I remember I hear it a lot. I'm just kind of bowled over by the loss of somebody younger than me.
I had maybe the greatest Bill Cosby story ever.
Really?
And now it's not in the top 10,000. Because I'll tell people the story.
Right.
And then I'll constantly be interrupted by, and then did he rape you? I'm like, he didn't ever rape me. It had nothing to do with the story.
One of the nicest, most genuine, authentic people I've been watching over and over again. One of my favorite moments of his is in 1998. In January 7th, if you look it up, January 7th, 1998, he did the Letterman show. That is the day that he got fired from Weekend Update.
Right.
And he wouldn't say anything negative. Letterman did many, many times to him in his face. But he first of all, he was fired. He still showed up and did this appearance. If you got fired off your main event, I doubt you would want to
promote it
and be out in public.
Right.
And that's all they talked about. And he would not say, Letterman was going, what kind of idiot would fire you? No, he's a very nice man. He was a nice man. He just didn't like he would not besmirch the guy that made
Class act.
The most classy.
Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah.
And it occurred to me, and I was talking to my buddies on a text chain the other day, a bunch of comics, and I said, this wasn't Norm's time. He didn't want to live in a world of Don Ohlmeyers. Everyone trying to cancel everybody.
Right.
It was interesting that he's gone now.
So you went on there and told that story, and then Dave was kidding you about Don Ohlmeyer, et cetera, as I
Right.
recall.
Dave was much more upset about it than me. Because Dave wasn't under the influence of Xanax.
I wonder if he's doing it now. Up there. Up there. She's up there too.
My favorite of all of the hosts of these types of shows is
what's his name?
Is the host of Deal or No Deal, Howie.
Oh, Howie.
Yeah. He's the most amazing. Even though he's a comedian, he does it. And I'm going to tell you that you are in a moment.
Yeah, and he still gets us every week.
Every time.
Every week.
So he'd invite me over to SNL once in a while to play poker on off nights, on Monday nights or something. And to watch him play poker while watching Monday Night Football and a baseball game, like he was a gambler.
Right.
And I guess somehow one time I found myself on a tape night on a live SNL. I'm in the hallway with a bunch of pages, writers, basically plus ones. Rosie O'Donnell was the host of the show that week, guest host, and height of her fame with Penny Marshall. They were like this famous team, and they'd done a big movie together. And Penny by now is like a big movie director. And I'm in that hallway, where the pages are, where the desk is, and everybody kind of congregates in that area. It's crowded. It's 10 minutes to showtime. Penny Marshall, at the height of her movie director swag, is walking through the hallway with her head down, sunglasses on, baseball hat, doesn't want to be bothered. Treating all these basically writers and NBC employees and me and Norm as big timing us, pretending we're just looky-loos out on the street. And Norm starts going, he starts pointing at her and screaming, Laverne! 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 A month later, I think he was fired for telling OJ jokes. But it really shows that he just wanted tell the best. Laverne, 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 and she didn't look up. She never knew it was Norm. She was just gone.
Oh my gosh!
And of course, the whole hallway's falling down. Like
I wonder if he's doing it now. Up there, up there. She's up there too. Wow, those are great stories.
You told me that we should go our separate ways, but now you're back.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Schlemiel, Schlemazel, Hudson, Pepper, Torture, give us any chance, we'll take it.
Why is there an app for everything except how to rape a baby? Jesus.
One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix. One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix is Jiro
Dreams of Sushi?
Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
I've seen that. That's very good.
That's a fantastic documentary. One of the least popular documentaries, Jiro Nightmares of Acid.
Oh, yeah.
That unwatchable. I actually did. I liked it. The DVD commentary.
This is not topical. It's just about. It's as if it's about your life. You know.
How come none of my friends ever have a dungeon? Instead, they all just have rape dungeons. So it's not a regular dungeon, is what you're saying.
Dungeon.
Thanks for again. It's the bus. I've never been thrown under an entire Trailways fleet.
Why did the moron throw the clock out the window? Why? Because it reminded him of Richard Clock, the man convicted of knife raping his wife. Good God Almighty! Jesus.
It used to be all right.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that one was coming.
Wait, I have a question. So you guys are two very funny females, but when you post videos on the internet, sometimes being a female is a little bit different than if I was to post a video on the internet. What's that like for you two?
Sometimes we've been called certain things
many times. How do you deal with that stuff?
I think I'm numb to it now. We've been called everything so many times. I can't even.
In the beginning,
take
it was like,
anymore.
oh my God, I can't believe this. We should just stop doing this. And then now we just don't read the comments and keep doing it.
Yeah,
I think that's the right
I think
way to
the
do it.
last comment I read
Are
was
you guys
the guy,
talking about Barfy Man 362?
Exactly.
Is that you?
No, that's that motherfucker. I don't even want to give him attention, but listen, saying those kind of things about me.
Talk to him. Talk to him right now. Talk to Barf.
Listen, Barfy Man 362.
Right.
No, you cannot rape my mother with a knife.
Now it's official.
Yeah, that's the kind of comment we didn't want to read anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of sandwich makers. Bitches, go make me a sandwich.
Those ones bother me less than the knife.
Oh yeah, the raping
mother
ones
stuff.
are worse.
Yeah, you don't want to be raped with a knife.
I'll gladly make a
I would
sandwich.
much rather be raped with something else.
Yeah.
I had a black guy open for me, and I got him into the hotel. Nice guy, Vince Champ. His name was Vince Champ. I don't know whatever happened to that fella. But a nice man.
Arrested for rape.
He knows, and he's not making fun of rape.
Well, it's like that comedian that would rape people at comedy club. No, in colleges.
Yes, Vince Champ.
They always said his great gimmick was that people would think who did it, and they never, because he'd go on to another town and another college, but when people say, what about the comic?
Yeah. Maybe the worst gimmick a comic ever had.
Straight to the heart. I went a long time acting like I wasn't wrong. Get apart by you.
Michelle Greppy.
Yeah, you got a bad review in the paper by Michelle Greppy. She hates you.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
But the New York Times loves me. But Michelle Greppy hates me.
What's something Michelle said?
She says, all the charm of a date rapist.
But a date rapist has to have charm, right?
That's true. A date rapist has to have a lot of charm, right?
I would imagine so.
Real rapists don't, but date rapists.
They have to have enough charm to get you on a date.
They gotta get you on a date, exactly. He took your punchline.
Sometimes you'd see guys, like I knew this guy, I don't know if have you ever met a guy who's like, you don't even understand it, but just gets women all the time, and it's like very mysterious.
Yeah.
Like, but like I know this one guy literally got a different woman every night. I'm not even exaggerating. I asked him what his secret was. He said he was a serial rapist.
So for him, it was just
I don't think that counts.
perfect.
Look at this.
That was me. I met him.
That's you.
Yeah, I met him.
And Rick
that's me on
Dees.
yeah, I was friends with Rick's son, so I went. We saw him the Bad concert at the Coliseum.
Oh.
Way worse story. Than
Yeah, that.
you got. Macaulay Culkin and Michael Jackson played good cop, bad cop with you, and I
Yeah.
met him backstage at the Coliseum.
And Rick Dees is just there.
Yeah, I'm more excited about Rick in this photo, to be honest. Did you met? I heard you met Michael Jackson.
I did meet Michael Jackson.
That's pretty goddamn cool.
Yeah, that is insane. It's quite a story. I can try to condense it for you.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
I when I was in 8th grade, I had a girlfriend, and everything fell apart later in my life. But I peaked around 8th grade, and I had a really pretty girlfriend, and her father knew Michael Jackson. He ran a studio or something, and they offered us to go out to Neverland for the day. And so we went up there, and it was probably months before the whole lawsuit and everything.
The first one?
Yeah, and in fact, Macaulay Culkin came by, as were all the boys that sued him, and all this insane stuff. And I did the whole thing. I met the
Wait, what do you mean the whole thing?
You know what I mean. No, I did not. I didn't even do it with my girlfriend. Why was I going to do it with him? I met Bubbles, and I went in Mac and Mike's theme park. It was a water park that he and Macaulay made themselves. They built basically like what every kid would ever want. Water. It was all built-in water guns at every post, and flood buttons, and all these water balloons, hundreds of them. And we were on teams, and I was on his team, and we won.
You were on Michael Jackson.
I was on Michael Jackson's team, and I remember
You met Michael Jackson.
Oh, I hung out with him for the whole time.
That's awesome.
And we won, and then we played a game which now, as I recall it, does sort of seem slightly incriminating, but
go on.
It was called Smoke Tag, and we went into a room that was filled with smoke, and we played tag in it, but you couldn't see anybody. So there was a lot of like tag playing, and that was when Macaulay Culkin was there at that point, and it was the 4th of July weekend, and they were having whole fireworks, and Macaulay Culkin sped up in a golf cart with flames on the side and jumped out with like a leather jacket, and he was like a real punk. And when we played this smoke tag, he threw me on the ground, and we started this like feud that continued throughout the evening. And when we ended up in Michael's toy attic, after we watched a movie in his movie theater, including a retrospective of his own life, and then all the little Culkins were doing impressions of him, like hee hee, and he was sitting there just watched the whole retrospective. He at one point leaned over and said like to Macaulay, oh, remind me, I gotta call Toys R Us. We'll close it down and head out there over the weekend.
Close it down.
Yeah, it was like Elvis closed supermarkets or whatever. And then when we were up in this toy attic where he had, at the time, every gaming system that was around in every game, and Macaulay Culkin he was throwing stuff at me, and then he hit me on the head with something, and I said, don't do that again anymore, or I'm gonna. I was a black belt, but this was years later. I had already forgotten. And he did it again, and I threw him against the wall, and I started slamming him against the wall, saying, "I told you not to fucking." And then Michael Jackson came in between us, you can let your mind rest there for a
I
second.
imagine we think of the bad video.
Yeah, and he parted us, and he put his arm around me, and he was like, sorry, Mac can get a little, rambunctious, and he's like, so where are you from? And I was like, oh, I live in, Los Angeles. Oh, yeah. He's like, how old are you? And I said, oh, I'm 12. And he said, oh, you Jewish? Which was like, fuck, it still is. I don't know where that segue came from. And I said, I am. He said, oh, you gonna have a Hanukkah? And I said, what? And he said, a Hanukkah. You gonna have a Hanukkah? And I was like, he's like, I was like, every year I'll have one. And he's like, yeah, no, where you become a man? And I was like, oh, a bar mitzvah. He's like, yeah. And I said, yeah. And as soon as I said when I became a man, he shoved me away. I don't like him like that. No, but, and then I spent the night in his life-size dollhouse.
Jesus.
With my girlfriend at the time.
So you got to bring a girl there.
I had a girl there.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty amazing.
But it was absolutely the craziest thing. And I grew up, for me it was that, Thriller was that was
greatest
everything.
album ever. That's probably the craziest thing that'll ever happen to you in your whole life.
I often think that. I look around a room and I'm like, nobody else here has ever had anything.
Amazing.
I did go into his bedroom, and I went into his closet, and it's when he would wear the red shirt, black pants, fedora, mirror sunglasses, and his closet, it was like a cartoon. It was literally about 150 red shirts, 150 black pants, 150 fedora. It was like,
that's incredible.
And he had a TV that came out of the ground. I'd never seen anything like it.
That's a pretty goddamn cool story.
That beats the hell out of your story about getting fucked by Dan Fogelberg.
2 times today I've said something
no,
in
Dan
confidence.
Fogelberg's a great guy.
What if I actually got fucked by Dan Fogelberg?
Even like you say, your unwanted WNT allegations against Michael Jackson. There had to be kids that were like, well, "This is pretty cool."
Yeah.
This is not some old priest.
We have some news stories here. I just wanted to cover. Let's see what's in the news, actually.
Okay.
We got this one here, the international news. We have a new pope, and
how about all that crap made about that?
What
with
crap?
the black smoke and the white smoke and the millions of people?
Yeah.
I know the last thing the cardinal asked is, okay, before we elect a new pope, everyone raise your hand who molested a kid. Unanimous. I would like to see this. I brought this clip. Run it. This is how I would like to see the election of the Pope.
The election of the Pope?
Yes, run it.
As, here it is.
Here it
well,
is.
this isn't the...
no, this isn't it. Oh, there it is.
Is.
There's the crowd. Now watch. Watch. All right, the door's going to open. And there's the Pope. There's the Pope.
Right,
That's the Pope.
We should explain to the folks that was Michael Jackson.
Let's explain. Yeah, explain who Michael Jackson is to the people.
Everyone knows Michael Jackson. What are you, retarded? So it wasn't a studio crowd-pleasing effect. It was never aimed at the studio audience. It was always aimed just directly at me. I just what I knew was funny.
Last week on Larry King Live, Marlon Brando made the shocking statement that Hollywood is, quote, run by Jews. In response, outraged Jewish organizations made it snow in New York in April. Native Americans in upstate New York are trying to block plans to build a Kmart on the site of a Mohican burial ground. In addition, they were upset to learn that sales at this particular Kmart will be announced, "Attention Kmart savages." 3 years ago, an 11-year-old British schoolgirl put a message in a bottle and tossed it into the Atlantic Ocean. Well, this week, she was astounded to receive a reply from halfway around the world. Sadly, the reply read, "You're 11, what are you wearing?" While in the hospital, Michael Jackson had his room specially decorated with 2 huge photos of Shirley Temple. But don't get the wrong idea here. Michael Jackson is a homosexual pedophile. He is... In Falls City, Nebraska, John Lauder has been sentenced to death for attempting to kill 3 people in what prosecutors called a plot to silence a cross-dressing female who had accused him of rape. Now, this might strike some viewers as harsh, but I believe everyone involved in this story should die. Brooklyn man crossing an expressway on Monday was hit by at least 10 cars. According to police, the man's body was spread over a 2-block area. Police also reported that various organs were flattened on the road and that his spine had been ripped out of his torso. The man is currently resting in stable condition at St. Mary's Hospital. Frank Sinatra turned 80 this week. Frank Sinatra. And although the singer is said to be suffering from Alzheimer's, he had a typically festive birthday, singing a duet with a hooker and having sex with Tony Bennett. Probably going to end up in Jersey with a meat hook up my ass, but it was a good joke. Here we see the president and the first bitch. Hey, slow down, you bitch. Let me catch up. In Whitewater news, federal regulators quizzed Hillary Clinton at the White House this week and gave her a perfect score on the lying section. She's a dirty liar. Admitted Brinkley, there was certainly nothing uncreative about the way you moved Vince Foster's body. The president's a murderer. You didn't know that? Thanks, I'm Norm MacDonald, and now the fake news. Well, it is finally official. Murder is legal in the state of California. A down-and-out O.J. Simpson, depressed that all of his money-making ideas have failed, has decided to go back to doing what he does best, killing people. O.J. Simpson was in a different courtroom this week, attempting to regain custody of his 2 children. In order to prove to the court how much he loves his kids, O.J. pointed out, quote, "Hey, they're still alive, aren't they?" Women would be more likely to vote if they could send in ballots by mail or if polls were open longer. Also, more women would vote if you were permitted to bake your vote. They like to bake. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a man allowed his 8-year-old daughter to take the wheel of his car, and an accident ensued that damaged 7 other cars and injured 6 people. Which once again proves my theory, women can't drive. Please note that the percentage in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So, no, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
Well, the U.S. Olympic Committee announced that both Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding will go on to the Olympics in Norway next month. However, in light of the recent events, Harding will be sent immediately to the penalty box for high sticking. In any event, the Nancy Kerrigan story continues to fascinate America. Here with a comment is Update correspondent Norm MacDonald. Norm?
Thank you. Well, like all of you, I was absolutely horrified by the assault on skater Nancy Kerrigan last week. No one could possibly condone the idea of clubbing a young woman on the knee like that. But on the other hand, does anyone really like figure skating?
The person or persons responsible for this mindless attack should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But it does seem like figure skating is on TV way too much. Now, I, for one, am beginning to feel that this brutal assault is more than an isolated incident. Our society is rapidly falling apart. And this attack is just another symptom, like that Brian Boitano guy. I mean, what the hell's the story with him? You know, if he's such a good skater, why didn't he just play hockey? In any case, I think it's time that we come together as a society and make it clear that we're not going to tolerate thugs solving their problems with violence. And we're not going to tolerate TV executives who make us watch hours and hours of figure skating when there are good hockey games not even being televised. Now, I'm not going to get into that age-old argument of which is worse, violence or figure skating. I mean, that's not going to solve anything. They're both unacceptable and they should be eliminated. And then maybe one day we'll live in a world where we can walk our streets without being terrorized, and we can watch our TVs without seeing that Brian Boitano guy hopping around. Thank you, Kevin.
Norm MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Whitewater continues to dominate the headlines and is the subject of tonight's homophobic perspective. Here is update correspondent and homophobic guy, Norm MacDonald. Norm?
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. First of all, let me say I have nothing against homosexuals. I think homosexuals are no better or worse than any of the rest of us. I just happen to be afraid of them. It's no big deal. Now, I'm here to talk tonight about this so-called Whitewater scandal. You know, unless you've been living in a cave for the past year, I'm sure you're familiar with every tedious and confusing detail. Does the media really believe that the American people even care about some land deal that took place over 15 years? Hey, Kevin, can you give me a little room here?
What?
I'm trying to do this Whitewater thing, you know, you're kind of close.
You're sitting exactly where all the update correspondents sit, Norm.
Oh, is that right, huh? Well, that works out good for you then, doesn't it? Wonder who came up with that policy, huh? Anyways, my point is that I think it's about time the media began giving the same kind of coverages to issues like health care. Did you just move closer to me?
What? No.
It looks like you're closer.
No, Norm, I'm in precisely the same place. Now just get on with your editorial.
Hey, maybe we should share a chair. Is that better for you? We could sit in the same chair? Maybe that'd be better. Save on chairs. That could be your new policy. Man. Anyways, the media, I have always felt, should not shape public sentiment, but rather reflect it. And I think that in the case of Whitewater, the public is saying loudly and clear, can I help you?
What?
Is there something I can help you with?
No, look, Norm, okay, I've had about enough of this, all right? So why don't you just do me a favor and finish your editorial, please?
All right, hey, maybe you could do me a favor, too. How'd that be? Maybe you could gaze lovingly into somebody else's eyes for 5 seconds. Would that be all right? Anyways, the media has always served an important role in this society, and that has been the role of watchdog. But who, I ask you, who is watching the watchdog? I mean, we all know who's watching my crotch, right? It's Buddy Boy over here, but no president has ever undergone the intense scrutiny that Bill Clinton has. I wonder how well any of us would fare if our lives were placed under the magnifying glass. I thought you were married or something.
I am married. But look, Norm, I've had it. Obviously, you're implying something about my sexuality, and why don't you just come right out and say it?
No, I'm not implying anything. I'm talking about Whitewater. I'm not implying anything. Why don't you just go over some of your fake news, and I'll finish up here.
No, I don't think so, pal. Just say what you have to say in my face. Be a man.
I am a man. I'm a man. I'm a man. I am a man. I'm just saying that you're kind of that way, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but you prefer your own gender, that's all. You partake of the love that dare not speak its name, right? That's all right. That's no problem. I mean, you find the idea of being with a woman abhorrent to your very core. That's okay. You know, you're homosexual, right? You're gay. I mean, you're a gay man, right?
No.
No. Methinks thou doth protest too much.
Look, why don't you just leave?
Fine with me.
Norm MacDonald, everybody. Michael Jackson was in a Denver courtroom this week. He's being sued by a woman who claims the pop star stole her song Dangerous. Here with a comment is Update correspondent Norm MacDonald. Norm, what do you got?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I'm getting sick and tired of people attacking Michael Jackson, impugning his integrity and damaging his reputation. I don't believe a word of it. Now, I'm not saying that Michael Jackson is perfect, far from it. He may well be guilty of methodically seducing a string of young boys. I'll give you that. But Michael Jackson is no plagiarist. It's just not in his character. Now, let's look at the facts. This 40-year-old woman claims that Michael stole her song. Now ask yourself, where would Michael Jackson come into contact with a 40-year-old woman? He hangs out with young boys. He's a child molester, for God's sakes. It's ridiculous. And I, for one, am getting tired of people dragging his name through the mud. But this woman apparently wants to make a few bucks, and she doesn't care who she hurts in the process. Isn't it odd that she's the only one who's ever accused Michael of song stealing? That we've never heard this accusation from anyone close to Michael? Like his maids and butlers and bodyguards and the children he regularly has sex with? Isn't that a little odd? But I guess the facts don't matter very much in the dirty little game of character assassination. You see, even if Michael is vindicated in court, as I'm sure he will be, he'll always carry this with him. He'll no longer be Michael Jackson, the child-molesting superstar. He'll be Michael Jackson, the song stealer. I feel sorry for Michael. But you know who I feel more sorry for? Is the children. The children around the world who look up to Michael as a role model, who performs original material and sometimes has sex with him. Maybe they are the real victims of this frivolous lawsuit. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Norm.
Allegedly.
Norm MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen. I think we know the alleged thing.
When I look into your eyes, though, I'm not joking. When I
it's just I've never had a talk show host say that to me.
When I look into your eyes, I see...
and I've done hundreds of talk shows.
I see an eternal being.
Thank you, Norm. A lovely thing to say.
So do you think there is such a thing?
And as what? As a supreme being?
No, an eternal being.
I think we all are.
Oh,
what surprises you about me?
What surprises
you about me?
You mean just during this interview?
Just in general.
You seem kind.
That's surprising?
Uh-huh. Because I would think you were cold.
Right.
And yet you're warm.
Oh, thank you.
And in your eyes, I always go by eyes.
Again?
I always go by eyes.
You should.
And it's
what if someone's blind?
It's not sexual. It's not only sexual.
What if someone's blind?
My dad knew a blind man. And my dad was in the war. He was, he was a double generation older than I. He had me when he was 50. So he was in...
That explains a lot.
He was in the great one. And all his friends were older.
Right.
And so...
Wayne Gretzky?
He had
That's a good joke.
So he had a blind friend, and he come over. And my dad said, do you want a Coke, Elmer? RC Cola. Oh, God damn. We don't got no RC Cola. You got Coca-Cola, the gold standard.
Right.
And this blind bastard wants an RC. So go down to Avonmore, pick up an RC. Well, that's a 1.5 mile walk.
Right.
So I walk with this blind son of a bitch. And he says to me, he wants me to describe everything. So I said, okay, well, on the left there's some cows lowing, and, there's a fence. He goes, is it like a wood that's near petrified? I said, yes, it is. And how big is it? 3 feet. I said, John Neil Margerison used to own this land. He said, I don't want to hear that. He says, just tell me what is. And so all of a sudden, I saw things as they were. I was very young, but I'll never forget that. Because I had to see for this blind man, I had to see and describe not my opinions, you know.
Right.
So when I went by John Neal Majerison's house a quarter later,
right,
I didn't mention John Neal or anything. I just described the house,
right,
because that's all he wanted to see. And then I began to realize that life is what is, not what you think it is, or not even what it appears to be sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you would agree that your life or my life is just a series of facts, a series of incidents. It's not what you dream or hope or believe, it's what you do.
I would say the exact opposite.
What do you think it is?
First of all, you mean to tell me this does not end with we suddenly realize, why the hell are we getting this blind man a different brand? That's not the punchline?
Oh, no, there's no punchline.
Oh, my God. I thought I was being...
Yeah, that was...
Didn't you see a million miles away?
1,000%.
Why are we getting a different brand Coke for a blind man? That's not where we're going?
Well, he didn't... His sense of taste was expanded. He doesn't drink it through his eyes.
I guarantee you could fool a blind person with an off-brand Coke. But anyway, let's go back to your question. Is life the facts, or is it what we think it is? And I would, to me, the facts are somewhat irrelevant. And what you dream, hope, imagine is the reality. Our life is the perfect testament to that, because everything we are is only because we imagined it.
Yes, but you imagined it into being, and so the being is what's important.
Yeah, no, because the imagined made it.
What if you just sit at home and imagine things on your chair? Are you just a person sitting on a chair, or are you what is in your mind, the imaginings of your soul?
The imaginings. The real world is not this.
Mm-hmm.
These are props. This is the trunk.
Is this the
real?
act
is in here.
Is this the real world?
If you were really funny, you would have poked me like Mo.
I mean, there's a reason that we don't look at each other in the chest. Isn't there?
Yeah, but we take notice of the chest. Oh. We look in the eyes, but we also look around.
You like a chesty lady, right? I'm not.
Oh, God.
I know it's time to close my eyes to what and open up to new friends. Leave my heart in Berlin, where the tables turning, seeking up.
What's next for Jerry Seinfeld?
We'll find out. After this?
No.
Oh.
Because you're a young man.
I'm 62.
What?
Really?
62.
Look how look you get. Look good.
Yeah.
Looks a lot better than me, and I'm 68. Dreamlike.
How fast did that go?
I found it dreamlike.
Me too. It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. There's something beautiful about this one.
I'm so
not
glad.
joking. I'm not being ironic.
No, I really loved it too. It was great.
Oh, that's great.
So
too bad this guy was here.
Yeah.
You know, we just saw this footage of you doing these amazing tricks, and I can't imagine doing anything like that. But are there any tricks that you're known for in particular? I know that, you know, different athletes maybe have different moves. Is there one that's kind of yours?
There is. Funny you should mention. It's called the Crippler.
The Crippler?
The Crippler.
Okay, did you come up with that name?
No. Definitely not. My mom, every time I say it, she's like, can't we come up with something more sweet and feminine?
Right.
The Crippler's it's a little scary.
What does the Crippler involve? Describe this move to us.
Okay, so in the half pipe, you have a front side wall and a back side wall. And the Crippler's done on the front side wall. And you're spinning, well, regular Crippler 540 is 1.5 rotations, and you're also doing a backflip at the same time. So spinning, flipping, that's Crippler.
Wow. Okay, have you been really badly hurt doing this one or no?
Well, it took me a long time to figure out how to do this trick.
Right.
Multiple black eyes, landing on my butt a lot. It took a little while.
Okay.
Being crippled?
No. I didn't. No.
I should have warned you about him.
I know.
He's going to be here the whole time.
Kelly. I love Kelly.
Gretchen.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Gretchen.
Yeah.
No, you want me to say why I said Kelly? Because I was just on the phone with a girl named Kelly. But I'm telling you about this girl named Kelly. She couldn't do no
Crippler.
no 1440.
Yeah.
You ever do a 1440?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What's the most you've ever done?
900.
900 is
That's
huge.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 900 is what?
Andy, I may ask you to take Norm for a walk.
Oh, okay.
Just around the parking lot. Now, Norm, in his own way, brings up a good point.
Right.
Which is there's crazy terms that you use in this snowboarding, right? Yeah, they don't just say it's the crippler is one of them, but give us some examples of some of the terms people use.
Yeah, so there's, everyone loves to talk about this because the snowboarding lingo is just a little out there. But we have, like, in snowboarding, style is really important, and where you grab your board, it's really important. And so there's some crazy names for grabs, like the chicken salad grab, the roast beef, Japan air, stale fish, slob air.
Do they mean, I mean, is there a reason for those names, or they just randomly, you're just throwing stuff out like the flosser and the, you know, the onion stew? I mean, you're just throwing stuff out there that has no relation to anything.
You should come up with a
Jub pie and gob gob.
Yeah, maybe if you want to come up with, like, where to grab it and then call it something, and I'll bring it out.
Oh, what about
the contest?
like?
Here we go. Here we go.
No, she asked, but I like that crippler.
Yeah.
What about the long-suffering death?
Oh, that's a different one. That's different.
She didn't ask, technically.
Yeah, I did.
You're headed into your second Olympics.
I am.
You excited? You must be.
A quick question.
Good
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
When I pick up the blue
Why
card.
is it that in some sports, like beach volleyball or snowboarding, the women are breathtakingly beautiful, and you would think they would be big, you know, like big. So you think they'd be big monsters of ladies?
Why would you think that, though?
Well, like softball.
Well, we can't be women.
Julia Roberts told reporters this week that her marriage to Lyle Lovett has been over for some time. The key moment, she said, came when she realized that she was Julia Roberts and that she was married to Lyle Lovett. Christy Brinkley told reporters this week that her marriage to Billy Joel was over long before their divorce. The key moment, she said, came when she realized that she was Christy Brinkley and that she was married to Billy Joel. According to an obscure 14th century law, British Army Captain James Hewitt could be hanged for having an affair with Princess Diana. The punishment for having sex with Princess Diana is death. The punishment for having sex with Princess Anne is having sex with Princess Anne. A new development in the O.J. Simpson civil trial this week. According to sworn testimony, Nicole Brown Simpson had told her therapist that she was afraid of getting beaten by O.J. Simpson. Asked why he didn't report this earlier, the therapist said, "I was afraid of getting beaten by O.J. Simpson." Our top story tonight comes from the O.J. Simpson civil trial, where this week it was revealed that in his first interview with police, Simpson had refused to take a lie detector test. His reason? It detects lies.
When I was a kid, my dad would tell me that this man was a gold medal decathlete. Why, the greatest athlete in the world. And now I have to tell my kid that this man is a man.
A Labor Department task force says it will crack down on sweatshops in New York's Chinatown, where employees work 90-hour weeks for as little as 75 cents an hour. A spokesman for the sweatshop owners said, quote, "That's all we can afford to pay. This is a sweatshop. We make sweat." 18-year-old Julie Wozchak will be going to Paris after winning an essay contest sponsored by the Dayton Daily News. She won for her essay, which was entitled, "Why I Want to Go to Paris with Some Old Guy from the Daily Dayton News." Dayton Daily News. Like that would have helped. Okay. A 3-year-old Texas boy remains in fair condition after being assaulted by the family's pet cougar. No one knows why the attack occurred, but hey, how about because their pet is a cougar? How about... Rap star Hammer is suing the Los Angeles Police Department after he and his entourage were mistakenly handcuffed by police. The most shocking part of this story, Hammer has an entourage. Painting that depicts a large rat sucking at the breast of the Blessed Virgin Mary was removed from a high school art display due to complaints by local residents. The artist blamed the complaints on a lack of art education, while I blame the complaints on the fact that it was a painting of a large rat sucking the breast of the Blessed Virgin Mary.
This guy died, Jerry Rubin, and he was a yippie.
Yes.
Not a hippie, but a yippie. I remember my dad going, who is that, a goddamn hippie or a yippie, you know?
Yippee! Jerry Rubin died last week. Oh, I'm sorry, that should read, Yippee Jerry Rubin died last week. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. My mistake completely. Just, I didn't read it right.
You look for jokes.
Yeah.
That have the same setup as the punchline. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, the perfect joke would be if the punchline and the setup were almost identical. I'm not a skilled interviewer. Let's fucking face it.
I'm not a skilled. What?
You've done podcasts before, though.
I have. I've never done. I haven't done a lot of video ones.
Have you done what the fuck?
I did Treat Williams's. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to think of somebody random that video podcast.
You win that. No one more random than that.
He would be great.
Treat would be a treat.
Now we're going. This is a section where we do jokes.
Yeah.
And you don't have to think of them. They're written on blue cards.
For the first time in the show.
Yeah, the first time in the show. We do jokes. We stop our Mark Maron-like grilling of your personal life. Do your Mark Maron.
I don't have a Mark
Maron. Mark Maron gets it a lot, like anything you say. I get it.
Yeah.
Were you jealous of him? People constantly tell me, or I hear this, funniest man that ever lived.
Mel Brooks.
Do you believe that?
Sure. I mean, I think he's of an era. You know what I mean? I think he's still. I think the amazing thing about him, if you are, well, you're not wired that way. If you're a Jew and your wiring is Jewish, okay, Mel Brooks is going to tap right into that.
Gotcha.
Like, yeah.
Gotcha. I understand. I find that when I used to do stock lines. And then I was always sad because it would do better than the rest of my act.
People just love it because
But that's why it's a stock line.
Yeah, because the timing's built in. Oh, there was a dude. I don't know if I want to mention his name.
Yeah, what is it? The doorman at the store. There's a lot of stories there. This guy told me 2 of them were sucking each other off in the fucking parking lot.
Is that true?
I mean, yeah, it's true.
Really?
Yeah,
the door that was different when I was there.
I wasn't surprised at all.
Because they were those kind of guys?
They drink a lot and they're wild.
I think they're the kind of guys. Are you talking about gay people?
Yeah.
I was.
What? I mean, who else is going to be sucking each other?
I know. Why do you call them those kind of guys? Why don't you just say, are they gay?
Are they gay? Why?
You sound like a guy from Mad Men or something.
No, I'm not.
Those kind of fellers?
No, that was not the tone I had.
You understand after a while, and even with politicians, like they're still human beings. And,
yeah, barely, but yeah, they're the worst kind of fucking people in the world.
That's true.
All of them.
I agree. I'm glad to hear you say that because everybody thinks you're all leftist and everything.
Well, I mean, I definitely land on the lefty side of things on ideological terms, but I found that from doing political talk radio, just, being, carrying water for any of them, you just got to realize the quality of people you're dealing with. You're dealing with fucking corporate whores who are operated by business interests. So, really it's going to come down to, however you view politics, the question is, do you give a shit about poor people? And, and are we being taken advantage of?
Right.
Now, if people want to frame that as, Obama's a communist and draining us of our livelihood, well, that's your particular delusion, and that's fine. I mean, but I just got disillusioned with all of it because these are not quality people. I mean, I did a joke about Michelle Bachmann on Real Time.
I saw that.
Yeah, and I was getting flack from this, a very small portion of the right, that they were like, he's a misogynist. I'm like, she's a fucking pig. She's a fucking politician. Can you name me 2 politicians that command any respect whatsoever? Why do we respect these people? These people are car salesmen. They're idiots. They're more disingenuous than anybody as performers, and they basically figured out a way to bait and placate morons into voting against their self-interest. That's an amazing skill, but is it respectable? I don't know. Do you respect a guy that sells you horse shit in the guise of a health supplement?
I agree with you. I mean, I think politicians are terrible. I mean, people attack evangelists, but at least evangelists offer something.
Right. Well, they after the immediate relief of someone's pain and aggravation with another line of bullshit. But nonetheless, I mean, they're pretty evil too.
Well,
I mean, with politics, it's like. Yeah, I don't like to get into it that much anymore.
Yeah, let's not get into this shit, man.
Okay, buddy.
Because it's getting. I can see people not laughing now.
No, I mean, but laughter. But I know that you've gotten into a little bit of flack around it. But you're
flack around what?
Around politics.
What do you mean?
Well, just that you've said things that people have reacted to, but you're not like a political comic.
I'm not political. I've only said things on purpose to provoke people.
Right.
Once in a while.
You like doing that though.
Once in a while.
Yeah.
But I've never. But I've never. Because I don't know enough. And because I don't respect political humor when it's nothing but gossip.
Yeah, and mostly comics and people like us, people who are obviously First Amendment warriors to a certain degree. We like living the way we want to live. So it's really just going to come down to money. It's like, how do I keep my money? I mean, that's the biggest political question that most righties ask themselves. It's like, I'd like to keep as much of my money as possible. And if that's in a minority opinion, how do we get this majority of poor people to get me to keep my money and believe that they're doing the right thing?
Yeah, it's a tough fucking thing because apparently I read this, if all the money in the world was equally divided among everybody would be dead fucking poor.
Yeah. There's these moments where I don't talk about as much as I used to, but then there's moments where you're like, there's a moment that I was on a fucking radio show the other day. And this was an interesting thing because it's about professionalism. I don't do political talk radio. I've got my political views and they're fairly general. I'm not trying to support any politician, but I have the way I think about things. But there are politicians that represent the opposite of what I think. So I'm on this talk show with a guy, it's a Fox affiliate, but I'm there to plug my comedy and talk about my podcast and be funny with this dude who's a talk show host. He's a radio professional. He runs an entertainment show for the most part, but he's been dying to talk to Rand Paul about the bridge situation because I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. He's the fucking senator. Right. They got bridges falling down, and he's been trying to get this guy on the show. And the guy he calls in when I'm there. So now I've got, if I was doing political talk radio, I mean, it would have been what the fuck are you thinking? You and your libertarian bullshit, and how are we going to pay for this? I would have jumped in and done that. But there was this moment where it's I just done a segment with this radio professional. He was like, God, it's great to talk to a guy who knows how to be on radio. We're having a good time. Hold on, the senator's on the phone. And I got to sit there and go, oh, do I do this? Would it be worth it to sabotage this for some lefty, credibility? And then I realized, dude, he's a radio guy. You're a comedian. You're having a good conversation. He's trying to talk to this guy about a local problem. Just shut the fuck up and let him do his job. And then when you come back, get back to what you were talking about. And I chose to do that. But I did walk out saying, you pussy. You had such an opportunity there.
I was on Politically Incorrect a couple of times.
Yeah.
And, fuck, man. You have to have an opinion about every goddamn thing on that show. So,
or you can just do a little homework and write some jokes.
Yeah, but sometimes I remember at the break, Scott Carter go, enough with the jokes.
Yeah.
But
I'll never forget it. Like, I'm very unlearned. And so before the show, Scott came in, who was the
producer. Yeah, he's been on the show, yeah.
So he said, what do you think about China and Taiwan? And seriously, I only know those as words, you know. So I was like, I don't know anything. Like, can't I have another subject? So, anyways, then we get out because he goes because Bill believes this. I mean, anyways, when we get out, we're introducing the guy beside me, the smart guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wrote a book on China and Taiwan.
Right.
So fucking Bill Maher, he starts with me. He goes like, what was it, China and Taiwan? I go, I don't know. Fucking ask this guy. What do I know? I'm a nightclub comic. What? Like, that's what made me laugh with that show. Everyone's opinion's equal.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like a nightclub comic and an expert. And then another thing I always found funny about that show is the comedians try to be very serious, and then the serious guys are trying to get jokes.
Yeah.
So it's like...
it's not always our shining moment.
I do like Bill, though.
No, Bill's great at what he does.
Yeah.
Like he started out a straight up joke dude, and he knows his shit. And it's pretty amazing.
You know what's funny about him? I don't know if I should say this or not, but I mean he's probably aware of it. When he does his monologue, have you noticed when he does his monologue, he does Johnny Carson?
No, definitely. He definitely models himself. I think that's been his style for a long time. He definitely takes the posture.
But I find it very funny because, he's got the posture and the timing and everything. And he's like, and then she came in his face, but it's like crazy words come out.
Hey, Carson would have loved to have done that.
Yeah, he probably would have.
Thank you from Norm. This would mean so much to be recognized for what's so important to him, which is comedy. He would never even hurt a bug. He would capture and release a bug, so helping any animal meant so much to him. So please be kind to everyone and every being. Thank you so much.
I just wanted to say that my father loved dogs, and he loved the second annual HCA Award.
Look at this.
There we go.
Looks almost like a dog.
It is a dog.
It's a dog?
Yeah, his name is Pizza.
Pizza. Well, you have a dog. I never thought of a dog as a zoo animal.
Oh, we have a lot of animals there.
Well, what can you tell us about the dog?
Well, the dog is a subspecies of the gray wolf.
Oh, gray wolf. Do you have any gray wolves?
Oh, we have so many gray wolves.
Oh, well, bring them in. Where are they?
They're back at the zoo.
They're at the zoo.
Far too dangerous.
I hope this thing doesn't attack me, whatever it is.
All right, I think you guys.
Let's see what it is. What is this? Looks like a dog.
It is.
It's another fucking cocksucking dog. I knew it. Anyways, well, this is a cutie. What's this girl's name?
This is Arnett.
Arnett.
She's very special. Did you know that dogs are a subspecies of the gray wolf?
Yeah, I fucking knew that.
Everything's expensive. Everything costs money there, I went to buy a dog. I couldn't believe how much these dogs cost. Salesman in a store trying to sell me the most expensive dog in a store, Big $600 dog. Big pit bull, $600, And I was looking to pay, maybe a buck, something like that, maybe $2, something like that, But I was going, hey, don't you got a bargain dog around the joint here? Any kind of a dog of the week going on this week? A big bin of dogs maybe that I could pull something out of there? But this guy goes, no, he says, why don't you buy this pit bull? He says, this kind of expensive dog, but he goes, this will protect your valuables, this dog. And, I don't have anything very valuable, I don't own a lot of stuff there, I buy the pit bull, that would be the most valuable thing I own, I'd have to buy something to protect it then, I'd be out shopping for Wolverines the next day there. Show me something in a timber wolf, my good man. I'd be saying to some good man there. No, you don't want a dog like that, man. I want a dog do things for me, Fetch my slippers. That's the joy of having a dog, Pitbull won't do that stuff. Go, hey, Pitbull, fetch my slippers. Pitbull go, hey, I could kill you, pal. I'm a Pitbull. Don't you read the papers or anything? I kill. That's all I don't fetch. I fetch people. That's all I fetch. I can fetch you a guy. That's the best I could do there. And maybe you're wearing some slippers. How'd that be? When I was young, no such thing as a pit bull. When I was a kid, it was the meanest dog around, the Doberman dog, And they'd kill you, too. They'd rip your throat out just the same, But not fast like a pit bull, A Doberman always give you a little head start there, They were a sporting dog, them Doberman. They'd see you in the street, they'd go, hey, that your house over there? Yeah, go ahead. Then they soar through the air and rip your throat out. And do a flip, you know, and you'd be impressed, even though you're dead, you know. Man, look at that flip. But I don't want it. You don't see dope mans around anymore. You ever notice that? Pit bulls now, they got all the work and everything. All the domestic security jobs go to the pit bulls. And man, a Doberman's like the forgotten dog now, you know. Once in a while you see him on a park bench with a Frisbee there, you know. I used to be somebody. I'm a Doberman. Got a buck? Buck for the Doberman? So I don't get any of those killer dogs, you know. I always buy a dog. When I'm buying a dog, I think to myself, I go, hey, if this dog goes berserk, could I take him? I got a nice wiener dog. I got one of them wiener dogs. Wiener dog can't rip your throat out or anything like that, you know. Unless you're lying down, you know. You have to be lying down sleeping there, you know. And a wiener dog sneak up late at night, start nibbling at your throat there. Maybe by daybreak he's got a hold of a vein there, he's pulling out a vein there. You know, you wake up, oh, get away from me, you wiener dog. The hell you think you are, a pit bull or something there? Get my vein back there. Where's you get out of a wiener dog? There's a hickey, a little hickey there. That's about all. And that's embarrassing too. Hey, you ever have a hickey, man? You be walking down the street, people see you, hey, you got a wiener dog over there, huh? So I do, now that you mention it. Well, a beef-flavored water for dog hit stores this week, and dogs are eagerly anticipating the arrival next month of the newest water flavor, other dogs' asses. That it? Whoop! There I am. I thought I was over there. A sheepdog carrying $250,000 worth of cocaine in its stomach was found at JFK Airport earlier this week. A customs agent got suspicious when he saw two airline employees taking turns sniffing the dog's ass. And in California, a new restaurant has opened exclusively for dogs. Their specialty? A fried chicken dinner, said to be scrotum-licking good. In Oklahoma, sheriff's deputies are using police dogs to sniff for bodies buried on an 80-acre farm. The dogs have sniffed the ground for 3 days, but so far all they've dug up is another dog's ass. In Topeka, Kansas, the fire department is now using a new weapon to fight arson. A black Labrador trained to sniff out chemicals used in setting fires. Although it should be noted, if this dog is correct, the culprit in every arson fire this month is some other dog's ass. And finally, in California, pet owners. Pet owners can now take their canine friends to the world's first doggy wedding chapel, where dogs can actually be married in a civil ceremony. The ceremony ends when the justice of the peace says, "You may now sniff the ass." Well, now there is finally a matchmaking service for dogs. At Happy Animals, matchmakers guarantee to find your dog a perfect mate based on height, weight, age, and breed. So far, the dog dating service has had a 100% success rate because, according to its founders, any dog will have sex with any other dog. Well, President Clinton received an early Christmas present this week, an adorable Labrador puppy. And presidential historians say that it will be good for his image. According to these scholars, in comparison to a male dog, the president's sex life will seem relatively normal.
I have a joke.
Oh, Norm's got a joke. Wait a minute. Here we go. Go.
A dog walks into a telegraph office where they send telegrams. Telegram office, right? And so the guy says, "Okay, what do you want your telegram to read?" So the dog goes, "Woof woof woof, woof woof woof, woof woof woof." And then the guy goes, "Oh, I notice you have 9 words. Do you want to put an extra woof like it's for free?" And then the dog goes, "No, that wouldn't make any sense."
I was at a party with a friend and I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. Seductively stood before me.
That it is kind of gross, you know, if you're not into it, because it's like why not jerk your dog off? You know, your dog probably likes it, but that's because it's gross. He's a weird one, man.
How many people, though, seriously? No, I agree with you, it's gross. Michigan man Curtis Peterson received a 15-year prison sentence for having sex with his pet pit bull. What's that, lassie? Woof, woof. Grandpa got stuck in a well? Woof, woof. Oh, you got raped. Do you think that happens a lot? Like lonely people and their dogs?
Jerking off their dogs?
Oh, yeah. Every time I see a woman walking down the street with a real big dog, I'm like, oh, they're going out.
Women?
Women are
but they don't
going
even
out
like
with
fucking.
They're going out with their dogs. No, they get their dogs to either go down on them. You know, Judd Apatow recently, and I'm apologizing to him.
Oh, but his dog is sexy.
Veterinarians in Colorado have reported that marijuana use is on the rise amongst dogs. They say you'll know if your dog is too high if it starts making a really tall sandwich.
They like sweets better when they're high.
Yes, I don't know. You know, dogs and humans love to run because it apparently gives them a natural high similar to that of marijuana, according to the University of Arizona.
Wow.
After running what are called cannabinoids, the chemical found in marijuana that gives you a feeling of euphoria, are higher in humans and dogs, and this encourages them to run again. To 7-Eleven for a Slurpee.
A good name for a dog is Syndrome. That then when he tries to attack someone, you can yell "Down, Syndrome."
Don't laugh.
It's not. I mean, it's
That's like
it was a little insensitive, I guess.
To stop a pit bull attacking her daughter, a Texas man bit the dog. Well, that's an interesting story. A man bites a dog. It's not what I would call news.
Man bites dog?
Yeah.
Used to be dog bites man, right?
Yeah.
Is that the joke?
Yeah.
I don't get this. I don't get it. Really. Do you write these for real?
Sure, junkyard dogs are mean, but the meanest dogs are generally found guarding concentration camps. And it says here, there's a note, early versions of the Jim Croce's 1973 smash hit Big Bad Leroy Brown. Do you remember that song?
Tell the people about that.
No, do you know what you just said?
It
Did you have
included.
any idea what you just read?
This says.
No, did you have any idea what you just read?
That
it was an
junkyard dogs.
anti-Semitic joke about the concentration camps.
No.
Oh,
Not
what do you mean?
anti-Semitic at all.
No, it's Semitic?
No.
Well, you know, I know what the problem is.
Did you write it?
I didn't write that.
Who wrote it?
They use the meanest dogs.
I don't know who wrote it, but I think the problem is that some people might not know what the concentration camps are. So
concentration camps were found in Poland.
Oh my God!
What?
Almighty. Oh my God!
Concentration camps.
Please get my nurse. I swear to God, get her in here right now and
I'm
reel
trying
me
to
away.
explain to the folks who know.
Did you have too much salt?
You know what? This is your first show, and these are the.
Well, I don't want to bring up the systemic, extermination attempt against the Jewry of Europe, but this says on this piece of paper that Bad Leroy Brown initially included the line meaner than a concentration camp dog, but Croce decided it was unpleasant to the ear. And it was also offensive to Jews, gypsies, and homosexuals. Little did it matter, Croce would be dead within
Hey, Dave, say what you will about Elon Musk, but with his new plan to bring people to Mars, nobody is a more creative serial killer. Like my friends, Lori, who's my good friend, her best friend, or not her best friend, but her friend is Elon Musk, who I'm sure.
Yeah, SpaceX.
And I go, this guy should be the most famous guy in the world by far.
Yes.
This guy is the coolest motherfucker.
Yes.
You know, and he just risks everything constantly, and he has so much hope, and he's not a cynic like everybody else.
Yeah.
He wants to colonize Mars, and oh my God, like...
He's a leader in 2 insane fields.
Yes.
Space flight and automotive.
I know.
It's crazy.
And he's making a hydro loop to San Francisco.
Yes. It's just like,
and
God.
he throws all his money. So, you know, he makes, I think he started with PayPal.
Yeah.
So he makes all his money, boom, throws it all in. So at one, as soon as he fails, everything disintegrates.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
But he doesn't care. He, like he just tells me, he goes, I want to be alive to see a man on Mars. I probably won't be, but it's amazing in this world of everything.
And it's also it's beautiful that those people still exist.
Yeah.
That can rise from whatever muck we're all in.
Right.
They can still be no, we're going to go do this.
Yeah,
they can have
imagination. Instead of going like, hey, the fucking global warming, everything's going to go to shit. Like,
it's like, let's build a rocket and go to Mars.
He has an answer.
That's
He has an answer instead of the answer being, the other guys are wrong.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
This is
awesome.
getting so serious.
It is.
Right?
Yeah,
It's
good. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
My Uncle Phil. You ever meet my Uncle Phil?
I didn't meet your Uncle Phil, no.
Oh, you didn't? He was...
Yeah, we don't know each other that well. Remember?
That's true.
No,
So,
I've not met your Uncle Phil.
He's a good man, Uncle Phil. So he was telling me, you know, he's just one of these guys that has so many lives pushed into one. He just does so many things, you know? Mm-hmm. And he was telling me, he says, he's a kind of a jack of all trades, you'd call him.
Yeah. That's a good phrase.
Yeah, he's a jack of all trades. So he was telling me, he said, the problem is, you're not really appreciated for any single thing because you're so good at so many things. You understand what I mean?
I hear you.
Yeah. So he said to me one time, he says, Norm, he says, we were just walking through his town, you know, of Monkland, Maine he lives in. And we were just walking through the town. He's an old fella, you know?
Right, one of the old people.
Yeah, he's 80.
Yeah, 80, okay.
80 years young, he says. So he goes, Norm, you see that barn over there, he says to me. I look over, there's a barn. I go, yeah. He goes, I built that barn with my own hands, all by myself. But he goes, do they call me, do they say there's Phil, the barn builder? No, sir, he says. I said, yeah. He goes, look over there, you see that weather balloon? He says, you don't know this about me, Norm. He says, I was one of the first men ever to fly in a weather balloon.
Wow.
He says, but do they say, hey, there goes Phil, the weather balloon pioneer? No. He says, look over there's a bakery that I started. You know, that dirty bastard Bob has it now, but I'm the guy that started that bakery. And I go, all right, easy. And he goes, I started that bakery and I was the best baker, but does anybody go, oh, there goes Phil, the great baker? No, he says, but he says, let me tell you something, Norm. He says, you have sex with one goat. And... He says, people then, they say, there goes Bill, the dirty goat.
Get rid of that. We don't need that microphone anymore, do we? Wow, well, I do want to meet this man someday. He sounds fascinating. We got to talk about this.
Hey, you're big on Twitter, which I love. I love Twitter. Do you like Twitter?
I like it. I have 2,450,000 followers. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I edict to them. I enjoy
More
it
than
because
Jesus. Hey.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I know you got into Twitter, but last night I got into a bit of a Twitter war with my followers. Followers, it ends up they all fucking hate your guts. But I maintain, I watched this Liberace movie.
Okay.
And he's making out, you know, it's, you know, it plays him.
Michael Douglas.
Yes.
First of all, has pussy cancer in his throat. Is making out with Matt Damon.
The Academy Awards were on, so I said, "Oh fuck, I'll just watch the Academy Awards and I'll tweet all the time, all the way through the Academy Awards." And it was so fucking fun.
You liked it.
Oh my god! It was like
were you vicious to the people up there? Did you find the Academy Awards boring?
They were the worst fucking Academy Awards ever.
Ever, right?
Yeah.
And did you write that? Were you honest with the people?
A couple of times, I had a couple of ones that were maybe mean. Like I said, I think I said by the time this is starting to drag. By the time the dead guy montage fucking shows up, Kirk Douglas will be in it.
What was the line you had about Gaddafi?
Gaddafi was the poisonous tyrant Muammar Gaddafi, the psychopath, is missing. Geez, I hope he's all right. Sometimes people get mad at me for a tweet. It's bizarre, and sometimes it's like a real benign one. You know, that's when they're usually most mad. And I remember one time, I just had watched Soylent Green. You know.
Yeah.
So I tweeted. I didn't know Soylent Green was people. Like I've watched that movie 10 times, and a guy just told me Soylent Green was people. You know. And people got so mad, everybody's typing, they're like, "What are you, an idiot? Of course it's green as people, you know?"
Here's another tweet. You said, "I'm going to die one day. That's what really kills me." And
that's a good tweet.
That was one of yours.
I like that one.
I don't know what it is with that voice of yours. When I read your tweets, everybody that I talk to also reads them in Norm's voice. And it makes it that much funnier. Everybody started, during the Oscars, we all start tweeting our shit during the Oscars, past Oscars. And one of my buddies, Travis, actually retweeted and said, "You got to follow Norm MacDonald." I'm like, I didn't even know you were on or shit, so I started following you. And they were hilarious. The funny thing, when are you going to thank the computer? Every fucking tweet. When are you going to thank the computer? Just shit like that is stuff that no one else was tweeting. It's out of your mind shit.
I just found out about that Twitter shit.
It's great, and you got so many followers really quickly, and didn't have to pull a Charlie Sheen with it. It was just funny shit, man.
But when you go to hit the send, you fuck for a second. You go wait, because it's just off the top of your head,
and it's right there, yeah. And
I don't do drugs or alcohol, thankfully, because I'm sure guys could really fuck up and say bad things.
They have.
Norm's tweets, some of them are not supposed to be funny. They're profound, poetic.
I deleted a lot of that because I'd read my responses and they go, "You fucking asshole, you're funny." I'm like,
that's just it. You can't stop being if you're funny and then you got a serious comment. I would tweet some ridiculous shit, but then I'd go Obama gave a speech. Let me give a little feedback on what I believe of Obama. You racist, fucking conservative, fucking rich motherfucker.
Some people too, fucking think it's serious. I tweeted one that I said something, I don't know. I said my father was brutally murdered last week, and it's only now I can look back and laugh. And then these people would fucking answer. They go I'm so sorry. Closure takes a while. So I had to go, no, it was a joke.
How does anyone read that and not, especially from you, and not think it's a goddamn joke?
So
people are so stupid. That's something this whole thing has opened up, where you're kind of communicating with people you never would talk to or meet, that don't understand what a sense of humor even is. So the responses you get sometimes hey, I was like, hey, God, it's spring, but I'm looking outside and there's still a little snow on my back table. At least you're alive, motherfucker.
That was from a dead guy?
Yes, I'm getting tweets from the dead. I guess he had a loved one pass on. Perhaps a father that was brutally murdered a week ago.
I guess to sum it up, everybody's a critic, huh, guys?
Your special should have been called The Voice of Reason.
Been away so long, and I need you now more than
This is the Twitter award for Best Hall of Famer. Going real well. At Albert Brooks. I installed a stripper pole outside my house. Haven't caught one yet. Steve Martin to go. OMG, President Lincoln has been shot. Wait, whoa, my internet connection is so low. At Alec Baldwin, how many friggin' times I gotta say it? 27, she's 27, jeez. That's your girlfriend? At Al Yankovic, breaking news, Netflix splits off into a third company called Vernster, where you can rent nothing but Ernest P. Worrell movies for $5 a month. And at NORM MACDONALD, rest in peace, Amy Winehouse. We lost a true heroin addict today.
Hey everybody, it's me, Norm. I couldn't be with you tonight because I'm on location in Spain, where I'm tweeting in Madrid, Spain. If that's a city that's in Spain, then that's where I am. And but I'd like to thank National Lampoon for the good people there. What did they do? They took a once great franchise and burned it asunder. So I'd like to thank them, and I'd like to thank everyone that helped me win this award. Except there aren't any, because it was just me and a computer. I would like to thank the computer. What else? Let me think. It's pretty cool, you know, how far technology has come. Like you people are probably saying right now, hey, look, Norm has hired an entire film crew in Spain, and now he has filmed himself at great expense and has sent the reels over to the United States, and now, but no, you could not be wronger. I am doing this on a telephone. What make you of that? I know, you're saying, hey, Norm, that cannot be right. A telephone is used for telephoning. People take a telephone and they telephone other people and they say, what time is it there? Where you are with your telephone, because it's not the same time here. But that is just the sort of Philistine pig ignorance I've come to expect of you animals. The fact is, welcome to the future. That's all I can say. Welcome to the future. And I myself love Twitter. I follow everybody, you know. I follow Shelby Firo, who has her amusing, is angst a word? I've heard that word before. And I direct messaged her once. That's a true story. And she direct messaged me back. And it was either her or Chris Hansen. Who knows nowadays? But you can find anybody on Twitter. And I enjoy Eddie Pepitone and his tweets, which look to me to be the longest suicide note in history. But thank you for the award. And God damn, I'm telegenic. I saw Jimmy Brogan one time, and he was like, you wouldn't curse.
Right.
And heckled mercilessly at the Laugh Factory. And so the guy was like, you fucking cocksucker. He's like, very nice, sir. Yeah, very good, yeah. Do you talk to your mother like that? Yeah, why do you suck my cock, you fucker? Very nice, yeah. Good, good for you then.
That's a funny way to handle that, isn't it?
Sometimes I was a little blue on stage.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I just try to avoid Jimmy. because he'd seek me out and go, you know, you're a funny guy. You got some good jokes. You don't have to do that.
That's a funny impression.
That one time, Michael Richards, this was before the catastrophe.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to go across the country. He would walk on stage and fall and hit it. And the funniest thing I've ever seen. And then he'd start talking about the Bible. And then he said to me, he goes, I'm going to go around the country. Do you think a man could live inside a whale? I go, I don't, you shouldn't talk about it. The only guy I can really do is Richard Nixon. He's being interviewed by David Frost.
Right.
And, you know, they made a movie where they pretended David Frost
Frost
won,
Nixon.
but in the real tapes, Nixon won, you know, clearly.
Right.
But anyways, it was very funny because Nixon would use the ridiculousness of Watergate against his interlocutor.
Right.
And so David Frost was interviewing Richard Nixon.
Right.
Because Watergate was so ridiculous, Nixon would use that for his own benefit. So at one point, David Frost goes, now, Mr. Nixon, when E. Howard Hunt and Gordon Liddy entered the Watergate hotel and broke into the room, at that moment, they were carrying listening devices and wigs. Richard Nixon goes, well, I suppose that they were carrying listening devices. Perhaps you could call them hearing devices. And wigs. Says now when Howard Hunt and G. Gordon Liddy broke into the Watergate Hotel, they were wearing wigs and listening devices. And Richard Nixon goes, well, I suppose you could say they were wearing listening devices, or perhaps you'd call them hearing devices. And wigs.
I never knew that you had such a flair for impressions. They're really, really good impressions.
I don't do impressions, but I just...
And the Jimmy Brogan, I've never seen anybody do Jimmy Brogan. That was great. I love the Jimmy Brogan.
I went to Rodney Dangerfield's club when it was in Century City in Los Angeles. He opened one.
Yeah.
For a short time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so the comics would come up, and then after the comics came up, he'd come up. And he'd be wearing his pajamas half the time.
Right, yeah.
And so he'd take questions from the audience. And it was funny because most of the questions were jokes, but then suddenly he'd be honest. So they go, you know, how's your dog? Hey, you kidding, Viddy Moomba, you know? You know, last week he said he had 4 cases of VD. He's all right now, you know? But it's like, you know, how's your dating life going, Rodney? Are you kidding, you know?
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind. And still in line.
This is what I saw him one time. It was the day he got married. He stopped at the Improv to do a set. His wife was in a wedding dress, and he introduced her.
Come on.
Yeah, he said, they give her a hand. I just got married, all right, okay? And the woman stands up in a fucking wedding dress, and everyone claps, and then he goes, she's no prize. He goes, she says, we have so much in common. I said, I don't like to suck dick. And now she sits down. It's her wedding day. But anyways, so I see Rodney, and he's taking questions from the audience. And so they ask him about his doctor. So he says, Vinny Boombas is doing all right. Asked about his kids. Nothing, no respect at all. He says, one guy says, when are you going to do your next movie? You tell me, you cocksucker, these motherfuckers. Everyone's like, what? Motherfuckers won't give me a movie after fucking Harry Basil. Are you kidding me?
Like her.
Another terrific impression. Fantastic.
I love it.
Oh, here's a good one.
Yeah, well, the joke was a bit wordy.
Do you have any other color jokes? I mean, he's just blue and yellow.
Did you just say, do we have any other colored jokes?
I knew you were going to say that.
Fucking Jimmy the Greek over here. I don't want to...
Jimmy the Greek.
How about Jimmy the Greek gets kicked out for being a racist? Meanwhile, they call him the Greek. On TV. Mr. Musburger.
Yes, sir.
People that you've worked with, and if you're in... Now listen, you were on TV for years with a guy called Jimmy the Greek.
Jimmy the Greek.
And which I always found odd that he was thrown out for racism. Everybody called him the Greek. But here you had a bookmaker on the program.
I did.
Which I found fascinating. But were there a lot of guys in sportscasting that developed gambling problems? Or not problems?
No, you mean, yeah, exactly.
By the way, he's got another Greek bookmaker sitting right next to him.
There we go. I was about to say, I've got
Chrissy He has not changed a bit in that regard. So.
You know, Norm, it was fascinating because I'm going to be perfectly honest. I knew next to nothing. I mean, I knew you could bet on games and point spreads, and Bob Martin was a legend. But the Greek would always take me over to the Barbary Coast, and Michael Gunn, who owns the South Point, he was operating the Barbary over there, and Jimmy
Good
Vaccaro.
Good steak.
Best.
Yeah.
You know, he moved Michael's from Barbary right down here to the South Point, as you know. So I said to the Greek, I said, Greek, well, you like going over to the Barbary? I called him the Greek. Hey, Greek. You know, it was unbelievable. He's sitting around. Greek, come on, let's go out here for have a dinner. You know,
Greek, you have to go. You're racist.
I never really thought
the most racist
when you
Greek
think about
there
it.
is.
When you think about it, he's absolutely. What do you like going to the Barbary Coast for? Hey, parlay cards. Ties win.
Ties win.
that was why the Greek would go to the Barbary Coast, because you were the only guys that has ties win.
That's a big thing.
He knew value. Yeah. He knew value.
That's a lot of EV on the ties win.
Yeah, we still run that ties win card, and I got to make it every week, and I got to tell you, I hate that thing.
They do not. They don't
Mr. Greek doesn't like it. No.
I remember they lost money for a while on those 10-point 3-team parlays. I don't know if they do those anymore.
We don't do those anymore. We got wised up on that.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems. But
A reporter from WRC-TV was asking questions about Martin Luther King's birthday and the progress blacks have made in society. There, CBS sports commentator Jimmy the Greek Snyder gave his impressions of blacks in coaching in the National Football League. His answers could raise as much controversy as the statements by former Dodgers executive Al Campanis last April on ABC's Nightline news program.
Yeah, pretty soon they're going to have to equalize it for the blacks, for the Greeks, the Jews, and for everybody. I mean, let's make it equal for everybody, you know.
And is it equal? What about in sports?
Well, they've got everything. If they take over coaching like everybody wants them to, there's not going to be anything left for the white people. I mean, all the players are black. I mean, the only thing that the whites control is the coaching jobs. Now, I'm not being derogatory about it, but that's all that's left for them. The black talent is beautiful. It's great. It's out there. So the only thing left for the whites is a couple coaching jobs.
Yeah, maybe we need to get more black coaches, don't we?
Oh, it's all right with me. Okay, well, I'm sure that they'll take over that pretty soon, too.
Let me ask you something.
I have a joke.
Yeah, like your Wesson Oil.
Huh?
Like your Wesson Oil joke.
Oh, my Wesson Oil joke?
Yeah.
I
Stop it, Jethro.
Well, you know what? I asked you, how are you? Yeah. And you went into, I believe, a 48-minute joke.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a show called Rock of Love.
Yes, Bret Michaels, Rock of Love.
Yes,
yeah.
Bret Michaels, and he had a band called Rock of Love, and he was a big
he had a band
singer.
He had a band called Poison.
Whatever, yeah. And Poison.
Yeah.
But their hit song was Rock of Love. So, anyways, did you ever hear the Andy Williams quote, "In the future, everybody will be famous for 25 minutes"?
Yes. I think it was Andy Warhol.
Andy Williams was Moon River.
Oh.
Andy, it's a generational thing. Yeah, okay.
These are just questions from the internet, but a lot of them are bad.
What? They're...
Huh?
What? They're...
Oh! Okay. Let me see here. Ooh.
What is it? Is it a good one?
It's not good at all. What do you got in your tooth?
Oh shit.
Huh? It's red.
Oh, I just ate some dried cranberries.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I thought it was. You're on television.
Is it still there?
No, it's gone.
All right.
He could steal off everyone, and then everyone was afraid of him.
I respect that.
Huh?
I respect that.
What's that?
A group of teenagers in San Rafael, California, used the term in connection to a fall 1971 plan to search for an abandoned cannabis crop that they had learned about.
Huh?
Gee, who writes these?
Huh?
We should have this person locked up and looked at, or at least looked at.
But that gets you into hell?
Huh?
What, are you an angel?
Gets you a ticket to hell?
Who knows what you're doing?
Huh? I look like a catfish hunter when I have a.
Yeah, but you know it's wrong, right?
Fruit.
But you know it's wrong, right?
Mouthful of juicy fruit?
No, not if it's your own. But you can't take you can't take 7 pieces of someone else's juicy fruit.
Oh,
right?
You've had a mouthful of juicy fruit?
You've had a mouthful of juicy fruit? No, be honest. Do you think it's all right? If someone hands you their pack of gum, do you think it's all right to take 7 pieces?
I did do that.
Do you think it's all right is the question?
I don't think it's a mortal sin, a venal sin, no.
Is it rude?
Yes. Everybody sucks cock.
I think you're indirectly...
Straight women suck cock, gay guys suck cock, straight guys suck cock.
Huh? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
This guy sucks his own cock. That's what he tells me.
In confidence.
All I was going to say is, if you happen to have a bad set, they will blame it on the marijuana when you might have had a bad set without it. I've seen you have bad sets.
That's a good point.
With marijuana, without marijuana.
How dare you? When did you see? What night are you talking about? I haven't had.
I like that one. And I only get teary-eyed usually for the national anthem.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
En français. So then people go, well, who do you want? Well, there's that one comedian. She's a comedian, and she's also a lady.
Yeah.
And then it gets...
It's more common now.
Huh? It's common now.
SNL is very...
They rule.
They rule the SNL.
Look, who is bigger than Tina Fey?
She's strong.
Too big to fail. But you have children. You are a father.
Yes, and I'm not dead.
Yes, and I bet you'd like a man great.
Are you going to give me one?
Huh?
Are you going to give me
one? No, your son would have to get it for you. What the fuck am I going to buy you a Father's Day present for?
Is Father's Day coming up?
Father's Day's next week. What is the man great, you ask?
Okay.
Huh?
Fine, I didn't. But
you didn't ask, but you want to know. You probably know what it is.
$1 a day for one razor?
No.
I don't know why they call it dollar shave.
Huh?
$1 a month?
You know, George Clooney is engaged. Yeah. How about that, huh? He and you were sort of the modern day, huh?
I read well.
You read well? Well, read this
Why have you got that?
Huh? Just to read.
Oh, they just to be on my TV show.
Performing. Huh? No, I meant by saying.
What?
I mean, here you are with a showgirl in London.
Yeah.
There must have been some love involved there.
No, she was a showgirl in Las Vegas.
Well, are you happy that CNN has fallen?
No, I don't want.
Huh? It does suck that you sleep a third of your life.
Well,
huh?
I don't like sleeping. I used to have jowls. I don't have jowls.
I have more chins than
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I say I'll be 50 in October. And ever since then, I've been gulping fistfuls of Xanax before a show.
That helps?
Oh, my God. It's helping right now.
You took a Xanax today?
Huh?
You took a Xanax?
I love everybody. You know what I mean? Without love, what do we got? I don't care if a guy's a guy, a girl, a guy, girl. I couldn't care less. I love them all.
What do you make of...
I'll have sex with any of them.
So you're the B?
Huh?
You're the B?
No, I'm a person that is so tolerant that I would have sex with an L, a G, a B, or a T. Isn't that nice? But I would not have sex with a straight person.
Paradise with your body, I don't wanna share. We're making dynamite, explosive love intentions building in the air. Yeah. So
Ah!
These azaleas are coming along beautifully.
How's my pot?
What?
Huh?
Where'd you get all this surveillance equipment?
Your bedroom.
What?
Huh? Relax.
Yeah, you too. Okay, here's the situation. Now, they say that, you might want to take your headphones off to hear this.
Huh? Oh, yeah, let me take them out. They're out. I'll tell you what the kid needs is young he's...
What?
Huh? Calm down, it's not what you think.
You're saying he needs to have sex with me?
Oh, it is what you think. What a piece of shit.
My God, what are you telling us?
Huh? That I this woman.
Now listen,
J.K. Rowling is a Christian, and J.K. Rowling famously said that if you're familiar with the scriptures, you could easily guess the ending of her book.
Huh?
What would Norman Lear say to that?
What?
I say, what would Norman Lear say to that?
Who's that?
Me and Norm, when we did Billy Madison, I said I would tell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's like the first time you guys worked together in a movie, right?
Yeah.
Movie. I mean, was it? It was the first.
That was our first movie.
Hey, we're right here, guys. We're right here.
Yeah. We're doing a pool scene. I'm Billy Madison, of course. So old Billy's going to talk to you and Frank.
I played Frank.
You're going to turn and clarify everything with him?
I get nervous with Normie behind me. But
they wanted me to play a drunk.
That's right. That's right.
And so I said, you got some booze?
No,
but also he called me Frank, and in my mind I was thinking, who the is Frank?
That's right.
You got to go by a different name in the movie. Like, my name's Norm, as you know. So, in the movie, I play this dude, Mitch. Mitch. Right? So, it's hard. A guy calls you Mitch, and you go, what? And then they go, cut, we're wasting money. They get all mad. And I go, I'm sorry, the guy called me Mitch, you know what I mean? And I say, why can't he call me Norm, This is a name, who the hell cares, I wanted to have me called a character called a name of Billy. Yeah, but things quickly became problematic with that because during the scenes, whenever a person would say to me, hey, Billy, I would go, huh? And then they go, Billy, Billy. And I go, oh, yeah, Billy. Right. Fred plays a character on the show named Fred. Oh, good. Yeah. We initially called him Mark.
Yeah, that's my name.
I know.
Mark
Bergeron. It was kind of an homage to you, but
Thank you.
Every time we said Mark, he wouldn't look or respond.
So you had to go with the old standard Fred.
Yeah, there'd be many scenes where I go, Mark, hand me some cheese. And he'd go, who's Mark? So.
And that didn't work so well?
They wanted me to play a drunk.
That's right. That's right.
And so I said, you got some booze?
No,
but also he called me Frank, and in my mind I was thinking, who the is Frank?
That's right. That's right.
That's right. Welcome to Norm MacDonald Live, episode number 2, and tonight we have the great Tom Green on the show. We will be asking him questions, interviewing him. I will be interviewing him along with my trusty sidekick, Adam Egret.
It's Egret.
Egret.
Yeah, no,
he's right.
I had a little guy on my show that I found in the
a little
person. A little person.
Should explain to the folks.
And he was an alcoholic. And
like Adam
we
Egret.
put him up. Yeah, we put him up at the Royal.
Okay, we're back with Adam Egret and Egret rather. Here, Fred.
I'm Adam.
Whatever. Well, that name's a name. Jesus Christ, it gets fucking.
You knew what he meant.
Yeah. What's an octoroon?
Well, I don't know. It seems to me some
eighth of a black guy. Is that what you're going to say?
Isn't it an octoroon, Andy?
It is an eighth of a black guy. Who is Andy? You were just.
Who is Andy?
You just said Andy.
I was thinking of Andy Kindler, my good friend.
Because you're
I
pointing.
thought he was here.
No,
it seemed
it's
almost
Adam.
like it was point. Yeah,
Adam.
that's
well,
fine.
Andy and Adam.
No,
that's
fine.
great.
It sounds close. Adam Sandler,
it's
Andy Sandberg.
Oh boy. Adam.
Yeah.
How could I forget that?
A new study shows dogs can tell when people are doling out fake praise. So I guess that's the one thing that differentiates my dog from Adam Idget. Who's Adam Idget? Oh.
Just a funny name.
Oh, just a funny name? Okay.
Harris posed nude for the cover of Rolling Stone except for a hat hanging off his wiener. And this morning, Adam Egat. Oh, is that your name? Fucking change it. And this morning, Adam woke up and said, "Hey, where's my hat?"
Sorry. Adam Egret, who is, by the way, I'll just remind you, he's over here. That's him. Yeah. It's a joke, an Adam Egret joke.
How do you say the name?
Adam Egret.
Egret. Spelt differently.
Like the bird.
That's Egret. Do you know what Adam Egret has in common with a guitar player?
Adam Egret has in common with a guitar player. No, I don't know.
They both love fingering minors.
Now, okay, come on now. Come on now.
Pick one of your favorite deadly sins.
Well,
gluttony.
I remember one time a preacher that I used to know when I was a young boy, and he said he always driving his bicycle, you know, here and there and here again. Always driving his bicycle. So,
what's going on?
I was going to tell you a story.
I know, but
it has to do with this.
Okay.
And he's a good man, pious man. And one day, his bicycle went missing. So my daddy said to him, Bert, that was his name. We weren't Catholic, you know, he just called the preacher by his first name. Bert, I think I know how to find out who stole your bicycle. How would I do it? When you're talking, when you're doing your sermon next week, you just go through the 10 Commandments. You just go through the 10 Commandments from 1 to 10. And when you hit number 8, thou shalt not steal, you look at the congregation and you'll see somebody. See doing this here, you know. Fiddling with his glasses. That's your thief. I'll do it, Bert says. So my daddy told me that story, and I was really hankering to see that speech that Bert was going to say that day. So he goes through the 10 Commandments. Starts from 1 right down to 10. Now he gets to 8 and speeds right through it. Speeds right through 8. My daddy said, "What the hell?" So afterwards, you get outside. Bert, what in earth happened? Number 8 was the one you were supposed to go. You know, why'd you speed through it? Bert says, "Well, I'll tell you why. When I came to number 7 in the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not commit adultery. By golly, I remember where I put my bike." He was fucking Widow McClanahan.
Then it's not adultery. She's a widow.
No, but he's a man of the cloth.
Oh, he's a Catholic. He's a priest.
No, he's a reverend, but we have our, you know.
So that's how we got there from the 7 deadly sins. Okay.
Yeah.
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
So that's where I would inform myself. I would take, I was trying to take you, I would take lust.
Yeah.
Because that's what I have most for. Lust for power. Lust for money, lust for your glasses.
Nice.
Lust for your hat. Would you ever do that? Just take in the back of your mind and just talk a regular conversation, but in the back of your mind you're coveting something.
It gives you an intention.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I've ever used covet, but it gives you an intention to play.
Yeah.
Because in improvisation, you're always, you don't have a script.
No, I know.
All you have to do is listen to what the other person said, but it gives you a point of view. So it helps, drive the scene forward. It's like having a secret.
Would you suggest this for any actor improvisational classes?
Sure. Yeah.
I think it's wonderful.
Good stage muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did stand up, and it's kind of the opposite. It's you know what I mean. You're talking to the audience. You don't have anybody to talk to. You kind of have the audience. You're just keeping them at bay. You know what I mean?
You don't feel like you're in communion with the audience when you're doing stand up?
Well, now I do because I just speak to the audience. But before that, no. It's I mean, if you do a Second City show and 3 minutes, 4 minutes go by without a laugh, that's okay. On stage doing stand-up, that ain't okay.
Not okay, unless you're telling a really interesting story.
Yeah.
Or a nice joke about a preacher.
Goddamn, who doesn't like them preachers? I love Bob Hope. I thought he was the greatest comedian ever.
I think Bill Cosby's the biggest comedian of all time.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone will ever match his production and quality of material.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like Bill Cosby?
I love Bill Cosby.
Yeah. Did you listen to those records when you were a kid?
Sure. I mean, listen, I grew up, he was my hero, you know? I loved him. I wanted to be just like him.
Great stand.
I didn't like his comedy, but I wanted to be just like him. No.
What do you mean? You're sick.
I'm only kidding.
Okay.
We went and saw him.
You know, I had maybe the greatest Bill Cosby story ever.
Really?
And now it's not in the top 10,000. Because I'll tell people the story.
Right.
And I'll constantly be interrupted by, and then did he rape you? I'm like, he didn't ever rape me. It had nothing to do with the story.
There was a story you had told about your father and Bill Cosby on David Letterman. Do you think you could share that with us here right now?
I remember that. Yeah. That was when I opened for Bill Cosby.
Right.
You want me to tell you the story?
Yeah, tell the story. It was terrific.
No, I opened for Bill Cosby at this college. So there's 100,000 people at the college. You know, it's the University of Oklahoma. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, for sure. Like 100,000 people to see your show, Norm, or just?
No, to see Bill Cosby.
Oh, to see Bill Cosby.
I was opening for him.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, it's a football stadium, you know? So they have this little tiny, stage, you know, and so I went up there, and I had my suit on and everything, and then I talked, and, no one laughed. They were all just talking to each other. I don't think they even noticed me on stage, you know? And they didn't mind that I was on stage, but they they didn't boo or anything. I don't even think they saw me. So I finished my thing, and then I got off, and Bill Cosby came up. And he was wearing, and he talks just in little, he talks he doesn't use full sentences. So he said, why, I was wearing a suit, he goes, why this suit, you know, suit, or something like that. So I said, no, I was trying to show the respect, you know. Bill Cosby goes, college, wear the sweatshirt and the pants, you know. So he just had a sweat suit on, you know. So, anyways, he says, this shows you how good Cosby is. He's he was asking the girl, from the student union or whatever. He goes, what's going on here, you know? So she goes, well, next week we're playing Tulsa, and it's a big game, you know. So then he goes on stage and he goes, we're playing Oklahoma State. He goes, Oklahoma State. So everyone cheers, right? Then he goes, Tulsa. And then everyone boos. And then he says it slower. He goes, Oklahoma State. And then everyone goes crazy. He goes, Tulsa. He does this 6 times, and the audience is going insane by the end of it, cheering and booing. And then at the end he goes, next week I'll be playing Tulsa, and I'll be doing that bit in reverse. Then he laughs. Everyone laughs. So then they loved him. You know, they didn't even notice I was on stage. And so anyway, then the show ends. And then I'm talking to him, and I was telling him, because when I grew up, my dad and I would listen to Bill Cosby albums. He would love Bill Cosby, my dad. So I said, my dad loves you. He goes, where's your dad live? And I said, Ottawa. He goes, Ottawa. And then he turns to his manager guy that was with him, and he goes, Maury, aren't we playing in Ottawa? When? I thought the schedule. So then the guy goes, yeah. He goes, we're doing it in August. He goes, yes, take the man's name down, and we will. And so then he says, I will meet with your father, take him back, and we will speak. And I will put him in the front, because he will like to be. And then after, and so just put the number down on the paper. So then, I go to write the number down, and it occurs to me that my father's dead. So, but I don't want to say that to Bill Cosby, you know. So I just write down any fucking number. Like I just write the area code and then 7 digits. So that's the story. So then later, like a couple of months go by, and this also shows you like the power of like a guy like Bill Cosby. I was doing some lame thing on the Drew Carey show, you know, I was supposed to be a lawyer or something for one episode of the Drew Carey show. So I'm on the Drew Carey show. I'm rehearsing, and a lady runs up and she goes, "Bill Cosby's on the phone." You know. So I go, "What?" So I go and I answer the phone, and there, I swear. It's Bill Cosby. So I go, "Hello?" He goes, "Your father does not answer at the phone. I phoned the number, and the phone rang, and it then another voice came that was a machine, and it was a person saying that the number was not used by a person," and all this, you know. So I'm like, instead of just telling him, I just said, "No, that's the number." That was all. I didn't know. It was impossible for me to say. But so anyway, that's the story. And then I told that story on Letterman once, and I guess Cosby saw it. And then the next day, this was when I was working at Saturday Night Live. The next day, I went to my office, and there was like 300 like things of flowers. There was flowers like everywhere in my office. And then and then about 5 days later, like I found there was a little tiny card on one of the flowers, and it said, I hate to be the one to break." I'm doing his voice, but it said, "I hate to be the one to break it to you, but your father is long since dead." So that's the story. God damn, that was a long story.
But it was good. It was good. Have you had any contact with Dr. Cosby since then, Norm?
The doctor, yeah, Dr. William H. Cosby, ED.
Yeah, that's him.
No, I've never talked to Bill Cosby since then. But I love that guy.
How much are you bothered by the fact that this comedian who you really thought was great turns out to be this person doing horrible things? Do you separate his work from the person? Does it taint it at all?
Not at all.
Not
because listen,
not at all.
Listen. Suppose
nothing else for me to do.
I don't know nothing about these old fellers, but you hear, "Hey, Beethoven,
yeah,
raped his own daughter."
He did?
Well, let's say he did.
Okay.
Would you give a good goddamn? Would you give a rat's ass?
Yeah, I would. That's pretty bad. Pick up different crime. Right. Different crime.
Now, do you think Cosby's legacy will be hurt?
Yeah.
You do, huh? I mean, there was a comedian, Patton Oswalt, he told me, "I think the worst part of the Cosby thing was the hypocrisy." And I disagreed.
You disagree with that?
Yeah. I thought it was the raping. That's my feeling. Most rapists are hypocrites. You don't meet many go, "I like raping, and I know it's not politically correct, but by God," people go, "Well, he's not being a hypocrite, and that's the worst part."
Your last Letterman with the World War I and II bit, I have never heard more comics talk about a bit. And I heard that you put a lot of work into that.
Goddamn right I did.
But didn't he do the Hitler bit too about it? Where Germany challenges the world. And then they fought the world again.
Yeah, those are comedy. Isn't Hitler a comedy killer, though? Wouldn't that be one of those things? That
No,
you
you kidding me?
Well,
Hitler's like, there's no comedy killer nowadays. You know what I mean?
Not anymore?
I feel like just the opposite. I feel like there's almost fake shock sometimes, where it's like people, you know what I mean? So it's
Right.
like that's almost like a comedy helper in some ways.
Right.
Not the way Norm did it. That was a different bit.
But he had a great joke about like, I don't know if you guys are here. He goes, I got no problem with, North Korea. I never lay in bed. They try to scare you on the news, you know? He goes, but I never woke up like, North Korea. I hope they don't get me, you know? And like nobody really laughed, but did you hear Letterman like cackling in the background? And you realize it's just with Norm, it's all, you are being fucking played. When you think he's bombing, it's all a big setup to the fucking, in a year, he's going to have the perfect special ever.
You might as well sit with Norm and just keep a smile on your face because you don't know where you are in the joke.
There is one country that worries me, though. Not Iraq, not Iran, not North Korea. The only country that really worries me is the country of Germany. I don't know if you guys are history buffs or not, but...
Well, I did see that Norm was Letterman's choice to be his last stand-up. I thought that was pretty.
That was
neat.
a funny bit too about
That was great.
World War II.
Well, which one? The funniest bit I thought of Norm's that he said was how your phones change everything now.
Right.
That is a picture. He's got one grainy picture of his great grandfather, like separating the hogs on the farm.
Right.
But now, because everybody's got a phone right now, somebody from years from now, here's 1 million pictures of my great grandfather doing everything in their life.
And Norm's face when he did his grandfather,
He's
just horrified that someone's taking his picture, like just looking like in shock, like don't take my picture.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great bit.
I got a picture of my great-grandfather. The thing took 6 hours. Take your picture, and there's a picture of my great-grandfather, one. They only had, every guy had one picture back then. And it's just him like... I gotta get back, feed them hogs. Who's gonna feed the hogs?
So my next big hero after Letterman's got to be Norm MacDonald. What did you learn about his set for his last appearance?
Well, that is hands down every single person that I talked to. I asked them what their favorite appearance is, and like no joke, Norm MacDonald was what everyone pointed to. And my editor kept saying, you got to cut this down. Like, it's just over and over again of people saying Norm's great. And I was like, no, it really was that good. Like, it has to be the longest part of the book.
Nice. Now I'm really going to get the book. That's awesome.
And so Jerry
he was
Foley.
lying to you before. Now he's
Yeah,
really gonna find out.
yeah, now. And well, that's because I said I never send them for free. So now he's like, I mean, I know I'm supposed to. It kills my publicist. We're off topic already. But my publicist keeps saying, like, Iowa station wants to do a thing. Send him a book. And I'm like, what? I have to pay for those. Anyway, back to Norm. Jerry Foley was the director on The Late Show. And he said that Norm showed up like super early, like way earlier than anyone would. And he didn't want to tell anyone what he was going to do, what his monologue was going to be about. And he was just sort of walking around, just like soaking in the building because he wanted to spend as much time as he could there. And they were kind of concerned because you don't know what he's going to do and they have to be sure Dave will like it, and And so he kind of took him aside, and he said he didn't really know Norm very well. Like, he didn't have some bond with him, but he said, you've got to kind of share with me what you're going to do today so we can help you. And it kind of opens up this notebook, and it is napkins and like receipts and all of these notepads where they said they could just tell he had been working on it forever.
Oh, wow.
And even like in the cab over, he said, well, I just came up with this. And I don't know if you guys remember his set, but I think it's the best stand-up set that's ever been performed on late night television.
I definitely agree. And did Dave like it?
Yeah, I mean, Dave was really embarrassed by it in a good way. But I mean, he just couldn't believe because Norm breaks down crying in the set. I mean, that's crazy in itself. And he told him he loved him. Norm told Dave, and Dave doesn't really like that stuff. And I think Bill Sheff says, like, Dave just doesn't want to hear that kind of stuff. But it's true.
Yeah.
Norm MacDonald was just on David Letterman.
I heard he
Farewell.
cried. He was so upset.
He cried, and it was like really like beautiful.
Yeah.
A lot of people remember back in May when Letterman retired, you were one of the last guests, and you got pretty choked up.
Well,
It was a pretty emotional time, wasn't it?
no, Letterman, I think Letterman, like, he was my hero, but I think he was everybody's hero. He changed the way people talk in America, and you know, he really helped me when other people didn't like me.
You did a poetic goodbye to David Letterman, did you not?
Well, I did. This is what I did. I wanted to do stand-up because I did stand-up on his show 25 years ago. And so I did stand-up. And I did the best stand-up I could possibly do. And then I did a joke that I remember David Letterman doing when I was young. That's still remains my favorite joke. And then I got a little teary. I choked up I didn't realize I was going to choke up. And then I certainly didn't realize I was going to tell him I love him. I said, I love you.
He was emotional at saying goodbye to you on the show.
At the time when, and like Conan suggests, I didn't know he was ill, so surprised. In thinking about that moment, he must have known a great deal about what his future was and how long it might have been. I always took it as an enormous compliment that my emotional situation had affected him.
Right.
But now, to be fair, this guy knew more than just I was leaving.
Take me on a journey. Take me far away from this life. I'd leave it in a hurry. Let's run away before morning light. You.
As I just like to say, I know that Mr. Letterman is not for the mawkish, and he has no truck for the sentimental. But if something is true, it is not sentimental. And I say in truth, I love you.
Oh, my God. Very funny, Norm. And thank you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Norm MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen.
That was very sweet, Norm.
An independent study released this week confirms that President Clinton has appointed more minorities to high-level government posts than any other president. For purposes of the study, women were counted as minorities, and Attorney General Janet Reno was counted as a woman. Meanwhile, with President Clinton's second inaugural approaching, attention has turned to what the women will be wearing at the festivities. According to the White House, First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton will wear a gown by Oscar de la Renta. Tipper Gore will appear in a Jennifer George ensemble, and Attorney General Janet Reno will be outfitted by Rochester Big and Tall. In northern Florida, refuse from a paper mill has caused female fish to develop male sex organs. And in a related story, Attorney General Janet Reno. Also this week in Washington, several prominent Democrats joined Republicans in pleading with Attorney General Janet Reno to investigate fundraising abuses and also to shave. Meanwhile, Gingrich this week criticized Attorney General Janet Reno's decision not to seek an independent counsel to investigate Democratic fundraising, even comparing her to notorious Watergate figure John Mitchell. Reno called the comparison ridiculous, saying, quote, "For one thing, John Mitchell did not have a mustache." Meanwhile, FBI Director Louis Freeh said this week that Attorney General Janet Reno might have a conflict of interest in her investigation of Democratic fundraising. Freeh also pointed out that Reno might have a conflict of interest between her X and Y chromosomes. Attorney General Janet Reno said this week that she is fed up with Republicans complaining to the press that she has not named an independent counsel to investigate President Clinton's fundraising. Said Reno, quote, "If these people don't like the way I'm doing my job, let them come talk to me man to man." Attorney General Janet Reno absolved President Clinton of almost all charges of campaign finance reform. According to Reno, there is no evidence he misused his office to raise money, improperly allowed contributors to stay overnight at the White House, or sought contributions in exchange for political favors. You know, it's hard for me to believe this, but for Janet Reno to send this letter, I guess it must be true. The president's sleeping with her, too. With the release of over 100 hours of videotape of President Clinton and campaign fundraisers, the pressure continues to mount on Attorney General Janet Reno to name an independent counsel to investigate the president. In addition, some senators are said to be furious that instead of watching the videotapes, Reno has been taping over them with episodes of Xena Warrior Princess. Attorney General Janet Reno has assembled a task force to determine whether federal campaign finance laws were violated by Democrats, Republicans, or both. Another task force will attempt to determine whether Attorney General Reno is a man, a woman, or both.
I always think about this. I wrote it down because I want to make sure I got it right. This is my favorite Weekend Update joke of all time that I think about often. It is a perfect Norm joke. The richest girl in the world, billionaire Athena Onassis, celebrated her 10th birthday this week. What's it like to be the richest girl in the world? Well, to give you some idea, at the party, they had 2 cakes.
The richest girl in the world, billionaire Athena Onassis, celebrated her 10th birthday this week. What's it like to be the richest girl in the world? Well, to give you some idea, at the party, they had 2 cakes.
SNL 40th was a few years ago. I got to stand on stage with Colin Quinn and Kevin Nealon and Norm. And the SNL 40th was a night where everyone just got a couple things to say. There was in an effort to find, and I remember laughing really hard, not at what Norm was saying as much as the idea that any of us thought Norm would play by anyone else's rules on any night.
We here are mere utility infielders. But right now, I'm going to introduce a man.
Right now? Over the years, I started at SNL in 2001. And I remember one time Norm walked back into the studio to visit. I don't remember how old his son was at the time, but his son was young, and someone said, "Hey, Norm, how's being a dad?" And he said, "It's going great, still no abductions." That's the first thing I ever heard him say in person. My son was watching you on Update and said to me, "You talk like Seth Meyers." And he told me that when he said that, he said, "Oh no, my son doesn't know how time works." He was the gold standard, and he will continue to be the gold standard. And
how do you figure out how much to share about what goes on behind the scenes at SNL? Because I know that you were talking about Eddie not doing Bill Cosby on Howard Stern's show, and Seth Meyers wasn't crazy about that. He came out about the Ellen and said, I wouldn't have told that story.
Seth Meyers said that?
Yeah, he said, do we have the quote here? Just bring up the quote. He said, I wouldn't have told it. I feel the same way. I think when you're at SNL, you're seeing so many different things behind the scenes. There are often things to give away that are yours to give away. Norm played it in a way that is very Norm MacDonald. And he went on to praise you, but I don't know what that means. I mean, how do you choose what to reveal and what not to reveal, what to share and what not to share about an institution as powerful as this?
I always think, what would Seth Meyers do? It's ridiculous.
Do you have like a necklace or something with a WWSMD on it? And whenever you're in a pickle, just hold that. And what would Seth do?
Yeah, because, if you really want to be really funny, then that's what you want to do. You want to think, what would make Seth Meyers laugh? That's how I live my life.
What do you think of his show?
Of what show?
The Seth Meyers show.
It's not something I would do.
I'll tell you how I watch Saturday Night Live. I tune in about 5 of midnight to watch Norm do the news, and now I hear that he's been fired from the show. You are the shining light on Saturday Night Live. The best part of Saturday Night Live is when you do the news.
Right.
And in fact, when I went on Saturday Night Live, I only wanted to be on the news. I refused to be on any of the sketches.
And you actually said this.
And I said, the rest of Saturday Night Live sucks except for Norm.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great, right?
Turned out you were completely wrong.
According to the experts.
It was like over the holidays, it was...
what holiday was that?
The Christmas.
Oh, okay, go ahead. All right, just be clear.
Over the Christmas holidays, I was...
Where were you? Were you at home?
I was in Los Angeles, and then...
With your wife?
Yeah. Then I started hearing stuff about, hey, it doesn't look good, and things, they want to make changes, and I didn't know what they were talking.
Who was telling you this?
Just different people at Saturday Night Live,
The cast, you mean?
No, the people that work there, like the other guys that you don't know what...
Is it true that the rest of the cast doesn't like you much? I read that in the paper today. Is that true?
You did?
Yeah, come on, be honest. Is that true?
I don't know.
I know for a fact, because I did Saturday Night Live. You told me you lock yourself pretty much in your own room and you don't really communicate much with the rest of the staff. Is that true?
The cast?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like them.
You do? But they don't like you much?
Well, how the hell do you know if a guy likes you or not?
You can tell if people enjoy being around you. Are you difficult?
Oh, no.
You're not. Okay, all right. So you... probably is.
I don't think Norm sees himself.
No. So you had heard rumors that there were going to be changes. It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Who said that to you?
Just people, I don't know.
Name names.
On the show. Well, nobody knows.
Why are you being so evasive? Name the names of the people
You
who
can
said
tell us what their position is. I mean...
Well, guys on the show, nobody knows these.
Would you say guys on the show?
Like not cast members, it's just...
Writers.
Writers?
The guy with the long hair, the fat guy who writes for you. What's his name? Okay, so he tells
Frank Sebastiano.
Frank Sebastiano. He's a good guy.
Name names.
He's a funny guy.
So he told you it didn't look good.
It didn't look good.
Yeah. So then,
but you got to see Frank Sebastiano to know that you would not put any credence in anything he said.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So Frank Sebastiano keeps telling me it doesn't look good, and I'm going, that's just Frank,
Yeah, he don't know it.
Right?
Right.
So then, and plus everybody's always saying that to me. Hey, things don't look good.
Right. You even say things don't look good.
Yeah. People don't like you, and I go, I don't know what. Who cares, right?
Can't believe that people don't like you. But go ahead.
So then when I got back there this week, right? And so then I was hanging out and stuff, and then the guys go, hey, man, you got to call this dude Don Ohlmeyer, the president of the network.
Don Ohlmeyer is the president of NBC.
Right.
And they're telling you you've got to call Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah.
He tried to get in touch with you, and they said, please call Don Ohlmeyer. Who tells you to call Don Ohlmeyer?
He didn't try to get in touch with me. He said to Lauren, I want this guy off update,
He said
What?
Don Ohlmeyer wants you off update.
He told Lauren that.
Lauren wants you on, but Don Ohlmeyer wants you off.
Right.
I don't buy that for a minute.
Well, what do you...
Lauren wants you off of it. And he's afraid to tell you to your face because he has a relationship with you.
So he has Don Ohlmeyer do it.
So he has Don Ohlmeyer do it.
Because
Go
what
ahead.
has he got to do with Saturday Night Live?
Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't think you're right.
Oh, I know I'm right.
Yeah?
I'd bet any amount of money on it.
So you're telling me Lauren got me off Saturday Night?
Yeah.
Doesn't he run Saturday Night Live?
They don't tell Lauren who to take off Saturday Night Live. You think Lauren's on you? Lauren digs you, right?
Yeah.
You think Lauren is against what Don Ohlmeyer is doing?
Well, that's what he told me.
And that he can't do anything about it?
Man, you're naive. First you speak to Lauren, right? And Lauren says call Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah, he said, you should call Don and...
When has any staff member had to call Don? Lauren's the guy in charge of Saturday Night Live. Why do you have to call Don Ohlmeyer?
Well, he's like apparently I don't even know who the guy is.
Yeah.
He's the president of the whole network.
Yeah, but when any other instructions about what you're doing happened, where did they come from?
In my
In your tenure there, who talked to you about what was going on?
Answer the question.
It was Lauren.
Right.
Fine.
So why now are you talking to Don Omar? Because Lauren doesn't have the balls to tell you he wants you off Weekend Update.
Wait a minute. Lauren doesn't want me on Weekend Update?
Right.
That's it.
I'm being serious with you now. Of course.
Well, that's horrible.
All right. So you called Don Omar. Tell me more about what happened
He
here.
told me he wanted me on Update.
Yeah, of course he told you
to
that.
you.
He's lying. I would do the same thing. If I didn't want Fred on the show, I wouldn't do it myself. I know Fred 10 years. I can't do it. I'd have Tom tell him. Right.
Wait a minute.
Of course.
No, but
Every weasel does that. I'm the biggest weasel there is.
Lauren doesn't want to tell you. How's Lauren going to tell you? He likes you.
Yeah, he likes me, right?
Right, but he doesn't want you anymore.
Oh.
It's a business thing.
Be serious with me. Do you buy for a minute that Don Omar has the power to do this?
And what is Don Omar probably doesn't even watch the show.
All right, let me hear this. So when you called Don Omar, what did he say?
He said he didn't want me to do Update.
Why?
Because he doesn't think I was funny.
He said that to your face. I mean, he saed that to you on the phone.
Yeah.
I don't think you're funny.
On the phone he did this?
Yeah.
And you said, well, I am funny, right?
No.
What did you say?
I said, you know, funny is just whatever you think. I mean, I believe you don't think I'm funny.
You might be the only funny guy on there, on that whole show. That might
Maybe
be the only...
Don thinks the rest of the show is funny.
Does Don think the rest of the kids? Does he think those cheerleaders are so funny?
He said to me that Update is like dragging down the show, and that...
Really?
That, yeah.
Gee, I must not know anything.
Yeah. Well,
and then what did you do? Did you yell at him? Did you say anything to him, or did you just hang up? Well, tell me.
No, I just said, listen, you know, if I'm unfunny, then he said, you know, I want you to be better. And I go, well, I can't, because if I'm not funny...
How can I make myself funny?
An unfunny guy can't be funny, yeah.
Right. This is really the discussion you have with this idiot.
Yeah, so then I said, but this decision is coming from you, right? And he goes, what? And then I go, because... you know, because I talked to people on the show, Lauren and stuff, and they're for me. And he goes, well, if that's what they tell you, sure, blame me.
Oh,
so
he's basically telling you.
What?
That it was a group decision, and he had nothing. I mean, it really was Lauren's decision.
No, he said blame me.
He said blame him, but he's saying basically, you know.
So that's it? That's what you want to say?
What? I don't know. What?
And you're accepting this?
What do you mean?
And are you now with Saturday Night Live in any other capacity, or have you quit? Out and out.
No, I got to keep doing sketches.
Is that right?
And you don't want to do sketches.
I don't. I mean, I don't. I'm not. You know.
And who will be the news guy now on Saturday Night Live?
I think maybe it's Colin.
That's what it says in the newspaper.
Yeah.
And it says you agreed to be replaced.
Well, that sure is hell ain't true.
That's not true.
No,
you love doing the weekend update. Sure, and be serious.
Yeah, that's the thing I like doing the best. That's the only thing I like doing.
Can't get a read on you. I can't. I don't know what's going on with you.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I mean, when somebody fires you,
That's it.
What the hell?
Well, what are you going to do about this?
So you're going to go back and you think they're going to write you into skits, actually?
Well, you know, the thing I don't like is they write you into things, and you can't, you know. Like, I don't have no character where I'm...
Well, you do Letterman. You do that good.
Yeah, I do, like, I don't want to do Letterman anymore, but I do some impressions and stuff. But sometimes they write you in sketches, and this is what they didn't do when I was on Update, because I had Update.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, you got to be like... you know, you got to be like the scientist that discovered Monkey Boy or something.
I know. Yeah, you're not even Goat Boy.
You're like
you're the scientist who discovered
Monkey Boy.
Yeah, you're being a straight man to Monkey Boy.
Right.
Yeah, I don't get Goat Boy myself either. I mean, I'm with you on this. I don't understand the Goat Boy sketch.
I like Goat Boy.
Goat Boy's cool. They just run it too long.
I was talking
Is
about
that
Monkey
it?
Boy.
Monkey? Oh, you don't like Monkey Boy.
Monkey Boy
Okay.
you don't like,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm with you.
I agree with you on Monkey Boy.
Yeah. Nobody likes Monkey Boy.
I say, after the makeup, what's up?
Like, even those two women that do they do a sketch where it's public radio.
Yeah.
Yes.
The first time they did, I said, man, that is brilliant.
Yeah,
that is public radio. Now they've done it 87 times, and I'm like, well,
nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, I'm immediately out of there, and I just come back when Norm's on.
Well, sometimes they do that. You know, like I did impression of Letterman on the show.
Yeah.
And then they want me to do it again. I said, I don't want to do it again. I already did it.
Yeah,
You know
and
what
you
I
feel
mean?
like you're beating the guy up after a while.
And plus, it's only funny once.
Right. Like, do it once, everyone goes, it's brilliant,
Yeah,
and then
figure something else
And then
out.
if there's another reason for it, you just don't write something to have Letterman on again.
And then, like, even the cheerleaders, first time I saw that, I said, man, that's brilliant.
Or
Perfect
even those
send-up of
guys who bobbed
cheerleaders.
their heads, you know, that was funny.
Brilliant.
A couple of times.
Yeah.
Now they're making a movie out of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane. The world is insane.
Don Ohlmeyer is a good man, though. I mean,
Boo, man, don't kiss the corporate ass that just fired you.
Yeah, I mean,
He's not a good man. He's a coward.
He said
Why?
you're not funny.
Why? He said you're not funny, number one, which you are. He's a skunk.
look,
He's a skunk.
Listen, I've heard all kinds of
Dude.
horrible stories about Don Ohlmeyer.
A guy calls you up and tells you you're not funny. You're a performer who makes his living being
You've
funny.
been doing it for 4 years. You're not funny.
You think that's a delicate way to tell a guy he's fired? How about saying we just want to make a change, we feel like it's getting a little stale, something like that. But you're a very funny guy. Can't say that. He has to say to your face, you're not funny.
That's what he thinks. I'd rather hear that than what.
So why do you say he's a nice guy?
So why is he a nice guy? That's not nice.
He just seems like he stuck by his OJ, you know, he stuck by his friend.
There you go. Yeah, Don Ohlmeyer's the guy who stuck by OJ, isn't he?
Well, I would say he was a good judge
Yeah.
of anything.
Don Ohlmeyer likes OJ.
Yeah, he wanted to put OJ on TV and have him redeem himself.
Don't tell me he's a good guy.
I just feel like Don Ohlmeyer's like gone through a lot of problems. He was, you know, he was. People said he sexually harassed women, and he went to, you know, that he was a drunk and all this stuff.
Who said that?
Well, he went to rehab.
He did?
Yeah.
This is a really good way of like introducing all of that and still saying he's a good guy.
No, he is a good
You
guy.
are an amazingly calculated man.
Yeah. Woo.
Oh, man.
Vicious.
You are vicious.
Vicious man.
Well, you don't think anyone's seen through this? Dude.
Funny.
What's the matter with you?
I'm just saying, you know, that he's a guy that's taken some knocks over the.
You want me to call Don Ohlmeyer right now and ask him if you could have your job back?
Sure.
Okay.
You told me that we should go our separate ways, but now you're back, begging for a place to stay. Oh, it's not right. I wanna kiss you when we fight, kiss you when we fight. Take the road, babe. I don't wanna see no miss you, babe. I don't wanna hear about your mistakes. I just wanna live my life without you. So have a nice day, close the door and be on your way. Not much else I don't wanna say. I just wanna live my life without.
They say revenge is sweet. Bob Saget and Norm MacDonald are hoping it is also funny. Saget makes his feature film directorial debut. MacDonald his writing and starring debut in Dirty Work. Basically, two guys who've never done this job before. It's an irreverent comedy that proves getting even can lead to odd situations. Sort of like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, a little bit, but there's no ghost.
Just hookers and trunks.
Hookers and trunks.
Which is good programming in the morning for your family.
You've never done this before. You've never done this before. Nervous at all?
Hookers and trunks, or you mean the movie thing?
Big funny directorial debut, comedy, you starring role.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
No,
but,
you're not.
No, I'm not, because I take the Xanax.
3-4 cases a week, isn't it?
No, I
sell it to him.
Do you?
No.
Tell me about the movie.
Actually, he's a very, very funny man.
The movie?
Oh, I'm sorry, I got crazy. I was reading that. The movie is two guys that start a revenge for hire business because one of their dads, Jack Ward, needs a heart transplant.
He's my dad, too. He's both of our dads.
You can't say that, though. That's secret information.
Oh, yeah, that's the big plot twist.
Yeah. So, we give that away later. Let me tell you how The Exorcist ends now. Silence of the Lambs, they kill that guy.
Revenge. What do you know from revenge? Do you have any experience in your own life with revenge?
Yeah, I always think up revenge is to get back at guys. Like if they screw me over, if they do something mean, you know.
Really?
Oh, all the time. Like this one guy, man. He would always. What's that? What do you got there?
A little article about you in a little feud with another network.
Oh yeah. There's this character over on the NBC. He's the president, and he hates me.
And
you know what?
And why?
He doesn't think I'm funny.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing if you're not funny.
No, yeah, I am funny.
Yeah.
He's very funny. I think he just doesn't know you.
He's a jackass.
What about dirty work, though?
What about dirty
Can I have
work?
that?
Yes, matter of fact, yeah.
That's a good thing.
Okay, he shot to national attention as the witty acerbic anchor of Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live. Now he's starring in a brand new movie out called Dirty Work. Here's Norm MacDonald. Hi, Norm. How you doing? Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Norm is here. Norm's so much in the news every time I turn around.
What? Oh, me in the news?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Hotter than ever.
Yeah.
My gosh. Looks like they did you a big favor over there at NBC.
Yeah, they hate me.
Oh, but look what happened to you. Became a movie star, just like that.
Yeah, that's true.
But hadn't you already started filming this movie long before that whole controversy began?
Yeah.
So what do you make of all this?
What do I make of it?
Yeah, what's the point?
The point
that
of
they're
what?
trying to make, you know.
Who?
So
you got to explain to the people.
No, they read the papers. They know.
Yeah, they know that NBC has banned promotion or commercials featuring your movie on their network.
Yeah, because this character, Don Ohlmeyer, he's the president of NBC, you see?
Yeah.
And he hates me.
Yeah.
But you've only met him one time, I understand.
I've only met him once.
So this is not a personal reason that he hates you.
Yes, he hates me personally.
But you like him, don't you?
I think he's a fair enough fella. I met him once. He seems like a stand-up guy. I don't hate anybody.
That's
you
right.
know Don Ohlmeyer?
I've met him a couple of times, sure.
He seems like a nice enough fella.
Yes, absolutely.
And I don't, put it this way. His best friend is O.J. Simpson, right? Now, if you can like O.J. Simpson, you can like me. You know what I mean?
I wonder what it is about you.
I mean, he has his foibles, O.J.
Yeah, sure. Don't we all?
I love that word, foibles.
Although I think O.J. is kind of rehabilitating himself. Did you see where he's stabbing that woman with a banana? Have you seen that?
At least that one doesn't
That's a
really
lot
harm.
better. It's not a sharp
forward.
It's a step forward. But these gay guys, man, I was reading, about the...
These gay guys.
I haven't even said hi yet. All right. Tell me what it is with these gay guys.
I know, I'm already...
I just read this thing about the George Michael.
You're reading a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a little time off. Now I read the newspaper. And this really strikes me about the gay community. I don't know if they're a community, but
It's called West Hollywood.
Yeah, they're gay, and it's George Michaels. He hangs around the bathroom. He has sex with multiple guys. This is
no way. You got to get it right. Hangs around the bathroom, and it was described as a lewd behavior, but I don't remember sex with numerous guys.
Well,
is that what you took away from it?
What does he do?
What were you, in the next stall?
I could have been just having a nice bathroom regular thing.
I don't know what lewd behavior is, but I don't know that he was in there with numerous guys. But anyway, go ahead. We get the gist of it.
This is definitely a gay thing, because this is a pop superstar. You know what I mean? You're not going to walk into a bathroom and all of a sudden Farrah Fawcett's like, You're not going to...
What? I love it.
What I'm saying is, why would a famous
what was she doing? What was that, some sort of cervical belt sander thing, or what was that? Oh, Christ, what are you, Linda Blair?
They do. That's what they do. Right?
That's what ladies that I know do. But
good to know that primetime exposure is paying dividends there.
But I think that's what it is. It's that the gay, that's why they have separate bathrooms. Let's face it. If they had women and, women, as you call them, I call them ladies. If you had them in the same bathroom, like you go in the bathroom to do your business, see a man about a dog there, and you're in the bathroom. You're in the bathroom. All of a sudden, a beautiful lady comes out. Oh, here's my vagina and breasts. You're going to be hanging out at that bathroom a lot. So I don't blame anybody for anything.
Can you believe Ohlmeyer didn't get him?
We're all the same, man.
Have you ever met Ohlmeyer since then?
Don Ohlmeyer I met once, after he fired me.
Yeah.
Then I went and visited him in his office.
which was, it wasn't an office I've never seen. It was like a wet bar and a bunch of weird sports trophies. He's a big sports guy, you know.
Yeah.
So he explained it to me what happened, but he did it all with sports stuff, you know. Like he said, man, you see, you're the number 3 hitter, but now you're going to be number 8. And then later on, Ken Griffey will show up. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And then I said, well, Christ, man, what the hell am I supposed to do? And he goes, I don't know, just walk it off, you know. And
I'll put it in sports terms why you got fired. You were fucking with OJ too much. That's exactly why you were fired, man.
Well, I don't know.
That's his buddy.
Yeah, it's his buddy.
Yeah, well, that's why you got canned.
OJ's a good guy. I mean, he's not...
Well, we got to end on that, Normie, but there's what they'll remember you by. OJ's a good guy.
Man,
Thanks for coming on. Norm MacDonald and David Spade. Stick around.
The people here asked me to do the show, you know, I got to say, I felt kind of weird, you know. I don't know if you remember this, but I used to actually be on this show, you know. I used to do the weekend update news routine, you remember that? And, yeah. That's where I did the make-believe news jokes, you know. That was me, right? So then, a year and a half ago, right, I had a sort of a disagreement with the management at the NBC. I wanted to keep my job, right? And they felt the exact opposite. So you see, they fired me because they said that I wasn't funny, you know? Now with most jobs, I could have had a hell of a lawsuit on my hands for that, but see, this is a comedy show. So they got me, you know what? But now, this is the weird part, right? It's only a year and a half later, and now they asked me to host the show. So I wondered, I go, hey, wait a second here. Hey! I go, how did I go in a year and a half from being not funny enough to be even allowed in the building to being so funny that I'm now hosting the show? How did I suddenly get so goddamn funny? It was inexplicable to me, because a year and a half, let's face it, is not enough time for a dude to learn how to be funny. Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So, yeah, I'm funny compared to, you know, well, you'll see later. Okay, so let's recap. The bad news is I'm still not funny. The good news is the show blows. All right, folks, we got a bad show for you tonight. Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Eminem are here.